and welcome to Tiger Field, Week 3 action for Iowa Youth Rugby Association. We are here with Parker Seiper, former Valley head coach. Parker, thank you for joining.
It's a pleasure, as always.
Glad to have you.
Glad to be in the booth.
Yeah, and I'm Ryan Gray, host of the B-Side Boys podcast. So thank you for joining us tonight. We have a full slate of action. We're going to get kicked off here at 6:30. So in just a few minutes, but we're going to run down quickly a few of the different matches, the different teams we have here, and hopefully we can provide some content or context for each of the matches so you kind of know what's happening here. So up first, we're going to start at 6:30 with Norwalk against Mason City. Norwalk has really stepped up this year. They have a really great attack. Really excited to see how these guys have grown. They've got a lot of coaches with connection to the University of Northern Iowa. Mason City, though, they're looking to make some noise. They've got, a full squad ready to get after it. Parker, first match of the night, what are you looking for?
Norwalk's a pretty senior-heavy team. Last year, they kind of made a little bit of noise. I think they got third place. Really excited this year to kind of see what they're doing. What are they, 3-1 right now? They lost to Bondurant?
Yep, they're only lost to Bondurant. And when we look at the standings later for 1A, you'll see Bondurant, they're not here tonight. They're at another site. But Bondurant is really setting the pace. 0 points allowed, 161 points scored. The question is, who's going to be that team in 1A to step up and challenge them for the title? Norwalk is one of those teams that really wants to make some noise, make some improvement this week. Moving into the next match, the host, West Des Moines Valley. They're at 2-2. They are going to face off against Cedar Rapids Jefferson, who is 3-1. That's our B-Side Boys match of the week for 2A. Parker, Valley started 0-2. Then they go 2-0.
Yep.
First week they lost to Urbandale. They come back and beat Urbandale. A lot of growth from week 1 to week 2. What are you looking for week 3?
I'm looking forward to Valley not, making the simple mistakes, the simple offloads, the extra pass, the spacing. I feel like Valley's kind of got a little bit of momentum heading in from week 2 to week 3. Curious to see if it goes for it.
Definitely. And Cedar Rapids Jefferson, that's a team that is one of the newer teams in the league, and they've really shot up this year. 2-0 that first week, 3-1 right now, in a good position for playoffs. But we haven't seen a lot of crossover of teams from the East and teams in the Central, and that's why I picked this for our game of the week, because I think we're going to learn a lot, not just about these two squads, but also the whole state. How does the East match up with the Central? And I know Valley really wants to represent being on their home field. You used to coach this program. I used to coach with you here. What's it like being back here at Tiger Field? You graduated from here.
Way to put me on the spot.
You're here for 3.5 hours.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I ask you a question.
They got a new track. It was very cool to see a bunch. 30 plus guys warming up.
Yep.
They look like a unit. Vic's got them right. Juju, Phil, Sam, Rima. I feel like this Valley team's kind of got a chip on their shoulder. It's a mix of sophomores and seniors. I think they're starting to mesh, so I'm very excited to see it tonight.
Definitely. And then we move into the next match, 1A, Central Springs against Columbus. Columbus, they won the state title 3 years in a row. Last year, Bondurant won it. They're a very young team this year. Very young. We're excited to see them down here. And Central Springs is one of those clubs that we don't see often because the travel is pretty far. Excited to see what these two programs bring tonight. But again, I look for that youth of Columbus to really take a step forward.
Yeah, and the thing about Central Springs is they always hit hard. Regardless, any team that plays Central Springs, they hate playing Central Springs because they're so physical.
100%. Moving into the next match, Southeast Polk, their first match of the night will be against Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Again, Southeast Polk, one of the top teams in the league. They have, 10 championships under their belt. They're looking to get back into that championship match. Yeah. Moving into the next matches, Valley against Waverly Shellrock. Waverly Shellrock, they look to be one of the favorites in 2A. And then we also have Norwalk against Central Springs. And then we end the night with our BBP Sport sponsored match of the night. The main event, Southeast Polk versus Waverly Shellrock. That's one that we've seen in the playoffs. We've seen in the state championship. That's going to be a hard-hitting, great match. Reason why, too, I'm speeding us up here a little bit. The teams are taking the field. I know we're getting close to 6:30 here. This stream is brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. We want to give a shout out to Ant Frine, the head coach of Iowa State, all the players, all the fans, all the supporters. Without Iowa State Rugby tonight, this stream wouldn't be possible. So thank you to Iowa State. We're going to give you some cool information about them. They're making another run towards the 15s national title. They have a great sevens program. They won the national title a couple years ago with that. They kicked the crap out of the Wombats this past Saturday. They play Iowa Falls tomorrow. It's a great program. We have a lot of alumni from Iowa State that are here tonight. It's just a great program, and you'll hear us talk more and more about it. So again, thank you to the Iowa State men's rugby program for making this free for you to watch. We're going to get kicked off here shortly. We've got more action. Thanks for being here. All right, and we are getting underway for our first match of the night. We have Norwalk in purple. We have Mason City in red.
What a kick.
And again, this stream is brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. Norwalk creating a turnover here, so short field.
Watch Norwalk here. Oh, wrap around. Oh, switch!
Right at the breakdown.
Watch them to get it out wide here. I don't think five's gonna go. I think maybe. There's the spread. Beat him on the corner. Here he goes. What a pop. They got him up. Good patience. That's a try.
Try awarded for Norwalk. Like you said, Parker, a lot of patience there. They were inside that 5 meter line. They had a short. They had a short field, so forcing that turnover close to the 22. And the kick is no good. So we're going to have 5-0 Norwalk.
I will say Mason City came out kind of not timid, but they were firing the ball very well. It's just a simple turnover. When you go down to your knees, bringing the ball back, he just lost it. So look to Mason City here to really get it out wide. Norwalk's defense, though, very, very strong.
That's what you want to see in sevens. Create a short field.
Another great kick. I know it's going to go out of bounds, but still. The height. Am I wrong? Am I crazy?
I liked it. If you can get that wing to run down there and get under it. I mean, maybe if he shortens it by about, 10 meters, you can get under that thing and go for a run. So now we have Mason City with the line out. 70 meters to go to the try line.
That wing looks fast on Mason City.
So number 13, Judon. I think that's who that is.
Another turnover.
He's been one of their top performers for Mason City.
Center's going to take it, I think. He's not going to swing it. Yep, there he goes.
Find some space.
Looking for the offload. Nice pass. He's going to get in. He did.
And that's a try.
I will say, Gray, Norwalk looks very fluid. Even in chaos, they look fluid.
Well, and what I really liked about that piece of running was you could tell that center was going to take it, but he was looking for that support. That try happens because of the support man. Maybe not the prettiest pass, but the support was there, and he was able to get it in, and they're being patient. So this kick is no good. Norwalk leads 10-0 with about 4 minutes to go in the half. Beautiful night here at Tiger Field in West Des Moines. Perfect night for rugby sevens. Here comes the kick. Ooh, this looks to be right at 10.
Oh, it is 10. It is 10.
And that's Norwalk's ball.
He stepped out.
But the AR did not see that. Good little dummy pass there. Norwalk plays on.
Here we go. Look for them to spread it to that center, number 5. I don't know his name. I don't have his sheet on me yet. But number 5 seems to run the offense for the squad.
I do like the pressure that Mason City's providing, but
there's number 5 right there. Watch for him to create. There he is. And there's the loop.
And Norwalk crowd right in front of us here. I'd like to see Norwalk's offense get a little more steep here. There they go.
He went short side.
Pick.
Big guy. Here we go.
That offense looks like it's set. Norwalk really likes that where they pick it, run sideways, and they look for that backside switch. Ooh, good shifty movement there. And he makes a break.
Oh, wow.
And that's going to be a try.
What a try. If you're Mason City, Gray, what do you do here, being down 15-0? Obviously, Norwalk is kicking it to the 10 every single time. How do you maintain possession if you're Mason City?
And that kick is good, takes us to 17-0. So if I'm Mason City here, you know, sevens is a game you can get back into it real quick. All it takes is one gap, you know, and we're right back into this thing.
Yeah.
What I'd like to see is, you know, you got to go up and be aggressive and get this kickoff. Catch it in the air. Find a way to retain ball. Get the ball in your hand. Because I know Mason City can run some phases. You know, slow the game down, run some crash balls, set a good platform, and go from there. They've been on defense almost this entire first half.
Yeah.
So we have a deep kick here. So this is what I want to see. Just run straight and support. So I'd like to see his teammates getting with him here.
Oh.
And right there, trying to do too much, you know, you're backed up against the wall, and you understand too, short time before half, you're trying to make something happen, keep the offense moving. I'd like to see him, you know, just go to ground, go to ruck, have your offensive backline set something up, build some momentum. Because right there, now Norwalk, again, they have a short field to score.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're looking for a scrum here. Norwalk's put, and again, unlucky inside their defensive territory, giving Norwalk a short field, and here it goes to that center.
Ooh, what a skip, what a skip.
And now it's a race to the edge.
Missed tackle. Norwalk on fire right now. Mason City does not have an answer. And here's the thing, I don't think Mason City's a bad team. I think Norwalk is just so fundamentally sound where they're not scared of chaos.
Well, and again, when you give a team a short field, instead of making them work 70 meters, they only had to work 25.
Exactly.
So again, that's where I want to see. Don't spot them all this space. Kick was a good effort, but it is no good. So it is 22-0. Norwalk is up with short time here. All right. Mason City with the ball, looking to get it out wide.
He's got burners. I think he's going to score.
And here he goes. And he wants to get in the center, and he does. And so that's exactly what we were talking about. You can score in sevens at any time. We've been talking about this wing on Mason City where if he can get the ball on the wing, he is dangerous. He's one of their top performers. and that's going to be Judon. And again, he has been on fire for them all year. So that kick is no good. 22-5 at halftime. Again, we want to say thank you to Iowa State Men's Rugby Club for being the sponsor of tonight's action. Are you looking to continue your education and play rugby at the next level? Are you a college sports fan who needs a college rugby team to support? Check out Iowa State Men's Rugby, which boasts 57 years of success in preparing players to compete on the national and international level while preparing them for life after graduation. Built by Iowans for Iowans. And Parker, I'll say this too.
That was a really good read. I just want to say, that was like announcer type level right there.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I know I used to teach middle school math, but I know how to read.
Oh, man. Wow. Well, no pauses, no stutters, no nothing, Gray. You need to pat yourself on the back. Okay, what were you saying?
Well, you've heard me talk before. I stutter a lot. But when Aunt Frying pays the bills, I don't. No, all kidding aside. Did you see the announcement today? Brandon Carnes from Iowa State University. He's now an assistant coach for them.
Yes.
He played for them, got drafted by the Houston SaberCats. He just got selected for the training team, or the pool, for Team Mexico.
I did see that
rugby.
Today. I did see that
So
today.
Carnes is going to head down and train with Mexico for a 2027 competition. Again, when Iowa State says we prepare people for international and national, that's not just blowing smoke because it sounds good. That's real. Yeah. You have multiple guys who've been to MLR academies. They've been into MLR camps.
Yeah.
You have guys that are competing at the next level. Aiden Lewis, former Iowa State player, plays with Des Moines. He is now in New Zealand on contract, playing in New Zealand.
What?
So, again.
Did not know that.
Yeah. That's why he's not coaching Ames right now.
I'm telling you right now, this game, especially in Iowa, can take you places. You just see the stories. I don't want to change the subject, but one of my favorite things on Friday nights that I miss is just seeing Paul. Look at Paul. I love Paul, man.
Paul Damagey?
Yeah, he's out there coaching the refs. The refs love it, He's such a good ref. Such a good sir.
Well, and I will say, too, that's something really special that the league is doing that you might not think about. But, referees, they are important. The game doesn't happen without them. Mm-hmm. But they have an emphasis on referees coaching referees, because if they can call a clean game and a consistent game, it makes it a better experience for the players and the fans.
Yeah.
So I think that's something. Give a shout out to the referees and the Society of Referees. They are dedicated to making this game better for everybody.
Mason City with the short kick. Oh, he's going to get it.
Ooh, that's good pressure.
It's backwards. He's fine.
Yeah. But you can see.
Oh, he's going to break the line. He's going to break it. He's got it.
Oh, look at the backside wing. Can he get him?
I'm telling you this. Norwalk, if you look at Norwalk, if you look at Norwalk and just how they play, and I know I've said it 3 times, and what have we been on? Maybe like 10 minutes. Chaos,
yeah, get some new content.
Yeah, sorry. Chaos, when teams face chaos and they're able to take a breath and take a step back, those are the best teams. And Norwalk, 3 or 4 times within 8 minutes has faced it, and every time they've scored a try, and
And that brings us to 29-5. And so, like you were saying, Parker, great kick by Mason City, great pressure by Mason City, balls rolling around on the ground. Everyone's at a position offensively and defensively, and Norwalk is able to regather themselves and regroup in that chaos and find space. They made something out of nothing. And I think that's what's special about this team is the experience and athleticism combined.
Great kick.
So here's a medium kick here, and there is the initial knock on. So Norwalk scrum, and again, another short field for Norwalk. They only have 30 meters to go until they find the try line. Again, there is a new substitution rule this year where there isn't rolling subs. This has really challenged coaches and players to be more tactical and challenging players to play a full 14 minutes. It's not just, hey, I ran 60 meters, coach, can I have a breather? Can I get back on? They do limit substitutions. I think that's great for the game. Parker, how would that have impacted your coaching if you had to limit to 7 subs? Because you loved a good hockey sub.
Oh yeah, I coach the kids to the rule. Not, you know, I'd say give it your all. What a lube! Oh my! Telling you, Gray, this Norwalk team is fun to watch.
I was
man.
just gonna say,
Look at
that.
They are so fun to watch.
So I was gonna say too, forget everything that you were just talking about.
Yes, yeah.
That play off of the scrum half finding that center. Then you have a pop, a loop, a pop, a loop, and then back to the inside on a crash. Every single player got involved there. Every single player was a part of that score. You win the scrum, fly half, scrum half, they set it up nicely, and then you're seeing movement without the ball. I love it.
Norwalk looks like a team. You know, I told Vic this. I think I told you this. Week 3 seems to be the teams that kind of make that jump. And Norwalk seems to be a team that is making that jump this week. As you know, one of the top teams in 1A. It's gotta be. Here's gonna come a short kick again. Yep, went to the left side this time.
And again, currently Norwalk is 3-1. They are ranked 3rd in the state. They have wins over Crestwood. That was a close one, 14-12 on the first night. Then they defeated Mason City earlier this year, 33-0. So this is the first time Mason City has scored on Norwalk. And then
here's the speed.
Norwalk's one loss was to Bondurant, 35-0. And I feel like, too, that's really where, you know, when Norwalk is working here, they're thinking, okay, what do we need to work on to chip away at Bondurant?
Mason City.
Ooh.
Mason City is not. Oh. Mason City can spread the ball when they get on offense. It's keeping the ball for another, you know, the first 10 seconds. I get it.
So we do have a penalty here on Norwalk. Quick tap.
Here we go. Ooh.
And I'll say this too. Shout out to the Riverhawk boys from Mason City. They're fighting here.
They are.
A lot of them are brand new to this sport, and they are fighting. I like to. This right here, this is what I'm looking for. You know.
There we go.
Oh,
there we go.
this.
There we go. He's gone. He's gone.
And that's number
14.
12. Number 12 with the try. That's going to be. The roster was updated, and I still have the old one. I apologize. Oh, man.
Great run, though.
Amazing run. No, and what I was saying, too. The Riverhawk boys from Mason City, they're fighting to the very end. A lot of them are brand new to this sport. I love to see this fight. And did you notice? They did what I was looking for there, where they settled the ball off of contact. They set the ruck. And then they found their players and they created space.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to force it. And I think that's what we were talking about. As the score is now 36-10.
Little squib kick, you think? Right down the middle? I think it's going to happen. Boop. They get it back. Oh, run. Norwalk pressuring on the ruck. They pick it up. Out to the wing. He's got space. He's going to score. This Norwalk team is fun to watch. Wow, this is loosen this. There we go.
Hey, you're still faster than I can. On the back. Hustle there, boo! Hustle!
Just short by what? Oh. Great.
All right. So that brings us now 41-10 with under a minute to go.
I think they put it on the dot every single time. Ooh, that's gonna be short though. Smart.
You want to let that one bounce, but
Smart.
so free kick here at the 50.
Would be the last. Yeah, I noticed that too. Running sideways. Ooh. Oh no.
There goes Judon again. Nice little offload there.
Swing it. We're good.
Sorry for the technical difficulties here.
Swing it. Ooh, nice pass. Pick and go. And he did it.
A lot of bodies around the ruck. Just wants to get it to space.
The pop. I don't think he's got the edge. Ooh, I lied. He does. Touch it down. Nice.
And there it is. You were wrong.
I was wrong.
And that's going to bring it to 41-15.
Like I said, this Norwalk team just looks. I feel like they're a contender in 1A. I mean, just what they did that match, and watched a couple of matches online, and I just feel like this Norwalk team has something to prove this year, and I feel like we'll see him make a deep playoff run this.
Did you make that kick right?
Yes, he did.
All right, so final score: Norwalk 41, Mason City 17.
How about them Warriors?
Up next, we have Valley against Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Again, Valley is currently 2-2. They lost to Southeast Polk 0-12 and lost to Urbandale 5-12 in week 1. In week 2, they defeated Urbandale 31-0 and defeated Roosevelt 34-0. So getting things right in week 2. Parker, what are you looking for from Valley?
A biased point of view, a win. Unbiased point of view, I'm looking for, like I said earlier, the simple mistakes, limiting those, spreading out, and just communicating. I feel like that's the biggest key with high school, rugby in Iowa. It's a physical game, and, if you got your captain and your vice captain talking to you well, I feel like they should be good. But excited to see this Jefferson team as well. They're 3-1, a lot to prove, and like you kind of said earlier, we don't get to see a lot of the East Side teams facing the Metro team, so it'll be a good, stacking, stone to kind of see where everybody's at. So
Definitely. And you know what? I will say too, for the fans from Jefferson who are watching, again, Parker graduated from Valley. I live in the Valley District. We both coached here. We also have, connections to the high school kids. So we're going to be as unbiased as possible as we can be. So we apologize if we do, lean that way. It's not intended, but just being open and honest, But again, it is a beautiful night here at Tiger Field, home of the Valley Tigers. We have Valley in the white with the orange stripe. We have Cedar Rapids Jefferson in the blue. And again, I love to see it too. We always talk about how we see the same teams at state. We always see the same teams, in the postseason. So to see Cedar Rapids Jefferson in this position is awesome. Cedar Rapids Jefferson beat Roosevelt 15-12. Then they beat Ames 15-12. Their only loss was to Iowa City West, who is also doing a fantastic job this year. They're 4-0. It was 19-5 in Iowa City West's favor. And then Muscatine lost to Cedar Rapids Jefferson 0-29. So 3-1 for Jefferson, 2-2 for Valley. A lot, it's mid-season right now, but still a lot of playoff implications. I think this could impact, playoffs down the road.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this matchup.
I think the boys are excited too.
I think the boys are excited too. Is that Philly V yelling at him?
Philly V, one of the hosts of the B-Side Boys podcast. You can check us out every Wednesday, new episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, where we break down all the news in Iowa high school rugby, the Iowa Rugby Union, the Midwest, college programs, senior sides, select sides, and then MLR. We also do international, all sorts of stuff. So if you want to hear more about rugby, check out our podcast, The B-Side Boys, every Wednesday. It's a good time. We have interviews. We have some cool interviews coming up soon. We're going to have the head coach from IUP, Seth Irwin. He's going to be on with us this week. Indiana University of Pennsylvania in Indiana, Pennsylvania.
Super.
Reason why they've won multiple D2 national titles in sevens. So it'd be good to pick his brain.
Here we go. I always get jitters before I kick off, you know.
I'm freaking
Always. Oh, that's the wrong guy to kick it to. Dylan.
out. Again, try not to be biased.
Sorry.
He is running sideways.
He's
You'd like to
running
see him
complete
cut it up and
sideways.
use support
Why would
and to
he?
stay into touch. He runs directly into touch there. And again, like we said in the last match, now they've created a short field
Simple
for
mistakes.
Jefferson.
Simple mistakes.
Unforced errors.
I am looking. You see the wing in the center just switched. I am curious if the center is going to take it or if they trust 6. I don't have his name in front of me if he's going to take it. But I feel like they're going to get it out wide here.
And look at the pressure by Valley. They have now flipped the field on defense. But he slips through a tackle and he's gaining those meters back. Try saving tackle there by Valley.
The spread. Look at the depth of Jefferson. It's great.
You'd like to see him come forward more
We got
when they
another
get that
9.
pass. One problem I'm seeing with Jefferson, why they're losing these meters on offense, is because they're catching it flat-footed and
Yeah.
then they start running.
They're not
I'd
running
like
onto
to
it.
see them run forward onto the ball with momentum. Valley's gonna, meet them behind the gain line. And again, they went from the 30-meter line to the opposite 30-meter line, worked their way back up to the 40. A lot of running to lose some meters here. So scrum to Valley on the knock-on by Cedar Rapids Jeff.
Going straight out to Evan. He's taking off.
Oh.
He's gone.
Well, he
He lost the ball. What a poke by
Whoa.
Jefferson.
Peanut punch by Jefferson. So you notice the center for Jefferson shot up and it allowed the Valley player to take that line, but then just couldn't hang on to it. The tackle from behind pops it out for the knock-on, but they are going to play
Another line out.
the initial knock-on.
Oh, they are.
Yep.
a
Center
call.
referee Jeff McHenry calling them back in for the scrum to Cedar Rapids Jefferson.
So if you're Jefferson right now, you've had the ball twice. Valley's had the ball twice. They obviously get the second half kickoff. You got to feel a little bit good right now, but not comfortable.
Clean up your mistakes.
Exactly. So here we go. Nice scrum.
So
Valley
again,
coming up strong again.
and there's all
ball's
this
out again.
space outside, but
Big boy.
Jefferson not using it. So Valley is a little bunched up. Ooh, what a counter ruck.
You can't do that.
But he was not in control.
You can't do that.
And that's what center referee Jeff McHenry is saying. The coaches.
It's going to number 6, Evan. They've run this play. I've watched film. He's going to take it. Fun kid to watch. Fun kid to watch. There he
There
goes.
he goes. Step, and
There he
that's a
goes.
try.
You know who he kind of runs like? Shout out Isaac Benton. He runs like Isaac Benton. He looks a little deerish, but like the kid just knows how to get away from tackles.
That's going to be the first points of the game.
What a kick. Nice kick. No subs on either side here. See Coach Vic's going to rule with what he's got.
Dylan Rodriguez adds 2 points with the kick. And you said number 6 from Cedar Rapids Jefferson, who you're watching. That's going to be Ishara Calario.
I wonder where they're going to put it. I think they're going to go short here. Nope. I'm like 0 for 4 on those. Out of bounds. To the 50.
And it's back to the 50. That's one of those things, too. Again, unforced. Just, let it happen.
Nice tackle by Colin in the center. Ganging up. They're going to get him for, is that a high?
Yep.
There he goes again. Look to get it out wide if you're Jefferson. Nice tackle by Evan. Again, Dylan Rodriguez blowing it up. They're gonna have to go back again.
Hands in the ruck. He almost had that stolen, but just not enough. So a little inexperience here causing some, mistakes.
Nice. Ooh, what a hit.
Good hard running.
What was that? What did they call there?
High tackle. Again, with the laws, they're really enforcing sternum, lower than the sternum.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
gonna
know,
be on.
we are on week 3 now, so the referees are going to be calling that. They are going to be watching. So I wouldn't be surprised that if we see another high tackle,
gonna be a card.
we're going to see a card.
Yeah. If you're Jefferson here, Gray, what do you do? Swing it out wide all the way, or do you got the centers take it?
Well, with that pressure, throw a dummy pass and cut back inside like that.
Yeah.
And that pressure's coming up
Strong
hard.
run. It's a strong run.
Ooh.
But nobody is out there for Valley.
Cedar Rapids Jefferson waited a little bit.
2-on-1. It's a 2-on-1. Strong run again. They're
Valley
really
needs-
trying to get that counter ruck, aren't they?
Yeah, Valley needs a spread. They are way too bunched up by the breakdown.
It's going to be Valley's ball.
So a knock on by Cedar Rapids.
If you're Vic here, no subs on either side still.
So big thing I'd say for Valley, especially defensively, they are way too bunched up, and they're missing some one-on-one tackles. Way too bunched up. But I'm excited to see what they do here.
I grabbed a pair of sweatpants and I got out of the
So here comes the scrum.
Short,
Picks
weak
weak
side.
side. Stay
Out
in.
of bounds again. Another out of bounds run.
But penalty for a high
Ooh.
tackle. So as he wrapped him up, he was around up high. Wasn't malicious, but
Number 6, Evan. They go to him every time on these. Big boy run.
ooh,
Evan.
what a great tackle by Cedar Rapids Jefferson.
He wants to go weak side. Oh.
You can hear the coaches yelling, swing it, swing it.
Colin Brill, senior.
No one's there to ruck.
They're popping it. Off to Robin. He knocks it.
I love the go forward momentum, but he just couldn't hang on to it. So they're going to go back and play the scrum, and we have less than 30 seconds here. I think both teams just clean it up.
Could be reading into this wrong. Both teams, I don't want to say look nervous, but jittery in a sense. Obviously, number 6 from Jefferson that we talked about, he's a tank. I mean, him and number 4.
Bashara.
Yes. Very curious to see. They did make a sub on Valley center.
Anthony Snowdy is number 4 for Cedar Rapids Jefferson.
Very good runner. Valley's going to not win it. Goes short side, weak side. Another high tackle, I think. They're going to get him for it.
And that's going to be a card.
Yep.
Yep, and that's going to be
6
2
on.
minutes, 6 on 7. And this could be the last play, the last phase before halftime.
If you're Jefferson, you got to take advantage of this. If you're Valley, you have to stay strong.
And you can't miss your one-on-one
No,
tackles.
you cannot. A lot of double tackles here. Pushing them back.
Now get out of there.
Yep. They got to spread. There they are. There they are. Jefferson's got to make. Oh, another high tackle.
Is he going to center it? No, he's going to take it right there. So that's going to be a try, Cedar Rapids Jefferson. You got a number on him?
If he turns around. Come on.
2-man crew here trying to read the notes. I got a lot of papers here, maybe too many papers. And that is number, is that 9?
Benj. Oh, wait.
So it's Caleb Jackson,
Oh.
sophomore. He helped start the club after talking with Coach Joseph at church about the sport. He's a returning scrum half, and he's a big recruiter. He is a captain and rugby obsessed. So, I mean, he saw the opening. He saw the mismatch. We are at halftime here. It is 7-5, Valley with a 2-point lead. Again, this stream is brought to you by Iowa State Rugby. Iowa State Rugby, they're competing for another opportunity to win a national championship. This time, they're trying. All right, so this match and this stream is brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. It is 7-5, Valley with the 2-point lead. Again, thank you, Iowa State, for sponsoring this live stream to be able to share it on our YouTube channel. We are going to get going here. It's a beautiful night in West Des Moines, home of the Valley Tigers. Parker, what are you looking for from Valley? They're going to start the half with 6 guys on the field because they do have a yellow card.
Yes. Well, it looks like they're...
Well, they're yelling at him to get off.
They did sub in another big boy, Dom Jackman, number 1, and Luke, who's now going off because they have to get 6. You got 2 new faces in there. Looking for Dylan Rodriguez to put the ball right at the 40-yard line. You know, both teams, like I said earlier, they look a little bit jittery. I kind of look forward to one team kind of pulling away here. Obviously, going to be unbiased, but whoever, you know, runs away with it, they run away with it. Number 6 at Jefferson, very fun player to watch. Number 4 from Jefferson as well, a very fun player to watch. They spread the ball well, they play defense well, they punch the ball out well. Let's get the second half going.
Oh, and that hits the ground. What an opportunity, and Valley gets the ball.
There's Evan.
So if they can make something happen here while playing a man down, trying to force it, you know, it's one of those things. You don't have to force it.
It's going to be Jefferson's ball here. And, you know, going back to week 1, talking to Coach Vic and talking to Coach Phil, there was the simple mistakes of those offloads just not needing to happen. And what happened in week 3? They did it again. Week 2, not so much. Very curious to see kind of how Valley responds here and how Jefferson takes over.
Definitely. Again, unforced error. They got try-eyes. You know, they get close and they're trying to force something. I think that's all high school players, new players. They just, you know, they want to do a little too much because they're excited. They got the ball in hand. They see the try line. They want to make it happen. We do have an update from Hidden Valley, the Urbandale site. Urbandale defeats Ames 40-7. Urbandale has a B-Side Boys logo on their shoulders. All right, Valley with the steal on the line out.
Watch for Evan to take off here. He's done it so many times. Pops it to Will. Will's going to bring it back.
Can they bounce it back? Because they have that line set on the back side.
Swing it out wide. Dom's going to take it, though. He's going to prove he's stronger.
Hard running.
He's a strong guy.
Hard running.
He's a strong guy.
So again, I want to see Valley settle down, and there's a knock on.
Valley. It's going to be a knock again. Strong run by Dom, obviously. You like to see the big boy runs, but at the same time, you got 2 guys on the outside. Why not just take over that 2-on-1?
Again, easier said than done
Exactly.
with us in the press box. You know, when you have that ball in your hands and you're inside the 20.
Oh, I probably would have ran it too. Probably not.
And now Valley is back at full strength, so we're back to 7-on-7. And one thing I do like, you know, Valley has had a good push in the scrum. Can they get a steal here?
This the kid that just came in, Luke Wolter, I believe, number 3, very athletic kid. Very curious though. They put number 6 on Jefferson at center. I think they're going to go to him. They're going to lean on him here.
They get that ball out quick.
There's number 6 again.
Messy pass. Look at this. on the right side there. No, those three Cedar Rapids Jeff guys, they have all the space in the world. He knows he has it, but it's a messy pass. And
he's going to go out of bounds. What a hit by Luke. That's the guy that just came in. I believe he's a junior.
Impact sub right there.
Totally. So
well, I was going to say, that's what you want to see. You come in, you're at full strength, you lose the ball inside the 20 on your attack. You want that ball back, you make that tackle into touch. Now it's your line out, and you have 15 meters to go. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Looking for the good toss, Jeff. Dylan. Oof, what a... Oh, he's gone. Evan Swain with the try. What a catch by Dylan Rodriguez off the line out first off. I mean, the ball, he caught it right at his knees.
Yeah, it looked like the line out, they kind of lost the jumper a little bit, and he was a little bit lower than he wanted to be, which caused a messy pass to the scrum half. And that pass to that Cedar Rapids Jefferson player.
We don't see the flag, but I think it was good. It was good. Yep. We got the nod for Matt Daniels down there.
All right. And that's the thing. Yeah, those touch judges, those ARs, you're looking for them to put the flag up, and I didn't hear a whistle either, but that kick is good. So what I saw there, that Cedar Rapids Jefferson player, they really shot up, and you got to be 100% sure that you are going to get that cherry pick. You're going to get that intercept. He missed, wide open gap, and you can't let a runner like Evan have that much space.
Let's see how Jefferson responds here. Valley kicks it deep. They go right at number 6. I don't know if that...
Well, I think Valley wants to test them and say, if you want to score, you got to go the full length of the field.
What a counter ruck by Don Jackman. That's going to be Valley's ball. 100%. Oh.
Huge turnover by Valley. Great job, Valley, creating that turnover. Also, too, they were in trouble. Look how bunched up they were. If Cedar Rapids Jefferson kept that ball, the wing was wide open on this near side.
So look for Dom or Evan here, number 1 or number 6. They're just going to take it. There's Evan, number 6. Yep. There. Phil's yelling at him to go down. Do not pass it.
Yep. And now look at this out here.
Here's Luke. He's going to take it too.
Into 3 defenders. You want it?
He knocked it.
No, high tackle. You got to watch the referee's hand signals.
Sorry.
You used to coach, right?
I know. I'm terrible.
So they're yelling, get it out wide. It's open.
And
he cuts it back inside to find some space. He wants it.
He got it. Oh, no. It's going to be Jefferson's ball.
Wait. No, he put his hand up. Try awarded.
Oh, it is try awarded.
I think it bounced when he touched it down, and then...
And here's another thing that I don't think we've talked about is the depth. You look at the impact subs that have came in the second half. Yep. Immediate impact on both sides. It was 7-5. Both teams were jittery. Both teams were hitting hard. Now you look at the impact subs that come in. 14 unanswered right now. Very curious to see how Jefferson does here in this last minute. I would like to see Jefferson, spread the ball out a little more. Valley is a little bit bunched up right now, as we've kind of talked about. So let's see if Dylan kicks it deep or if he kicks it short here.
I do think they'll probably challenge them deep to force them again. Go for the full field. Up next, we will have the Valley JV against Norwalk JV.
Nice tackle.
Again, this stream is brought to you by Iowa State Rugby. Another penalty. That ball is going to go to Valley. They just want to tap and go.
Luke's got to spread it.
Yeah, he's got his whole team set up. Again, you get close to that try line, you got some new young players. Everybody wants to score.
Spread it out. Spread it out.
And you can hear him say, one more.
Another try by Valley. Man, the East versus West Side matchup, always a good one. Very curious to see if we'll see these two teams in the playoffs here in 3 weeks.
Because both teams now are going to be 3-2. And again, that's going to put them both in a spot that as it gets down to the wire, every match counts. So that final score is going to be Valley 28, Cedar Rapids Jefferson 5. Huge win for the home team there. Again, they started the season 0-2. They've won 3 straight. Later tonight, they will play Waverly Shellrock, the top team or one of the top teams in the state who is 4-0 right now. Really excited to see what that match will bring. So up next, we do have Valley JV against Norwalk JV. Again, we are the B-Side Boys. Catch out our podcast every Wednesday. We have new episodes. We have interviews. We're always checking out what's happening in the state, trying to give an update of our local players, local colleges, high school, all of that. So give us a follow. We're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah. And give us a follow and a subscribe on YouTube. Sorry, I'm also changing the scoreboard at the same time.
Do you want me to say something?
No. Just keep eating sunflower seeds in the back. No, all kidding aside. Again, thank you to Iowa State Men's Rugby Club. We can't thank them enough for supporting local rugby. Big reason why they support local rugby and Iowa Youth Rugby is because their club, when they say that they are built by Iowans for Iowans, they have a massive number of players that played in this league that now play currently for Iowa State. We're talking Elijah Irvin from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Dalton House from Bondurant, Nick Hernandez from Roosevelt, Edric Coleman from Central Springs, Traden Fuchs Pearson from Cedar Rapids Prairie, Jacob Vanderlinden, Bondurant, Trey Bond, Van Meter, Zach English, Gabe Arredondo, I apologize, Jack Cahill, Ian Klein, all from Ankeny, Marcus Teed from Bondurant, Titus Neely from Southeast Polk, Carter Skolda from Ankeny, Ryan Snyder from Bondurant. Up running the press box scoreboard, we have Lucas Powley, who played for Hoover. He went to Iowa State. Now he's one of the West Des Moines Wombats. You know, you look across the state, you look across this league, all sorts of support from Iowa State men's rugby. So again, thank you for the stream being capable because of them. They play Iowa Falls tomorrow in a friendly as they prep for their run for a national title in 15s in the CRAA D1AA. They finished second place 2 years in a row, losing to San Diego University. They're looking for their get back, that's for sure. I think their next playoff match, it's like the Final Four, they're going to be played in Indianapolis at the Indianapolis Impalas. So follow them on social media as well. A lot of great people, good kids. Ant Frine, he's pretty cool too.
I love Mike. Look at those kids, Gray.
So we do have Valley JV in the blue and yellow striped Wombats Academy kits. The Wombats Academy is the West Des Moines Wombats summer high school high performance team. So if you are a high school kid and you don't make Iowa Selects, or you do make Iowa Selects but you have an off weekend and you want to play more rugby, you can join the West Des Moines Wombats Wombat Academy. You'll be coached by multiple coaches. We have, I think, 10 or 12 high school coaches in the league. They run summer practices. For the first time ever, we are going to have a girls team this summer. We're going to go to 3 sevens events for the boys, and we are trying to set up a 15s match. So really cool to see, you know, Victor Wong, Phil, Shateshka, Sam Hendricks, Yarima Robertson. They are all coaches for Valley. They are all coaches for the Wombats Academy as well. So we like to get those kids used to those uniforms. Again, this is Valley JV in the blue and yellow stripes against Norwalk JV in the purple.
Can I say 2 things?
You can say as many things as you want. I've talked way too much in a row.
First off, beautiful Friday night. The lights are coming on. I know the viewers can't see it. I mean, the sun's going down. The stands are getting a little bit packed right now. A lot of people are here. Feels nice. Sam Hendricks, Valley coach, being a touch judge there. Look at him. He looks good.
Oh, dude, he's been doing push-ups.
Look at him, dude. The flow, too. Okay, sorry. I'm done with that. Very, very interesting. And I listened to your guys' podcast. You guys talked about how the JV kids basically play 4 matches every week.
They've got Monday night JV. A lot of times it's hosted by Bondurant. Fort Dodge is hosted. And then they have 2 matches on Friday night. What a workload.
Yes. I'm very excited to see, especially with these Valley kids. I'm going to be biased this game just because they're playing in front of a home crowd. They're at their school. Oh, look at Dom. Oh, no. Nice tackle. Ball's out. Oh, they got 2.
Well, Dennis Oliver is the center referee, and I think Sadie Denner is shadowing to learn to be a referee. Sadie Denner, she's a female player for Roosevelt Girls. She also has been an Iowa Hawkette, and she's been a part of the West Des Moines Wombats program since we've begun. Oh, look at this. Takes it to the corner.
What a good run. What a good run.
Yeah. Like Lucas Pally said, look at that support too. His teammate followed him stride for stride. That's what you want to see. Those habits right there is, you have a line break and you don't just go, oh, you know what? He's got it. You want to see these little things, especially in a JV match. They're working to get better. And these guys on JV too, they're fighting for a spot on that varsity roster. And this is the time to show off and show up. So it's 5-0, Norwalk JV.
Very curious, this JV match. Just because Vic mentioned, the roster's very fluid for Valley right now.
Right.
That 14, 15, 13 spot. So I'm very curious to see who kind of shines out. We got 2 balls on the field, 2 balls on the field.
2 referees, 2 rugby balls.
Sorry, my ADHD just kind of took over. Craig's like, okay, here we go.
All right, I'm going to do this by myself. No. All right, short kick. Oh. All right.
Dom from England plays the 9 for the Valley JV. Are they going to call a knock?
Yep, calling the knock on. Hey, so when I go here and then I let go, it kind of snaps back.
I don't know why your tripod is doing that.
It's your tripod.
Is it?
Yes, you gave this to me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Like it's too tight. You know what I mean?
Oh, it doesn't do anything. Why is that? Oh, that's not a button. At half, I'll look at it.
Okay. No, I think this is better because. Sorry, folks. Just testing out the tripod. It kind of snaps back here. Again, we are the B-side boys. Not going to be perfect, but we're glad we're here. All right, there we go. Look at that gap. What a cut.
It's a great cut.
And then look at the support. 3 Norwalk players were following in support. So a nice win on the scrum there. He finds some space. Good cut. Takes it to the house. Nope. Thank you, Sam Hendricks. Did you see him wave it off? Like, nope. Yeah, I appreciate that.
He does. He has been doing push-ups. His chest is absolutely enormous.
So Parker, as we're having this JV game here, and as an alumni of Valley, you made your mark on the Valley JV wrestling team.
Oh gosh, talk about that, man.
How many? Do you hold the record for most wins in the JV?
I am actually top 5. My cousin Bob Pack is number 1.
All right.
He never lost, but people don't know this. I was behind 3 state champs. Oh. Sorry, just looking at this ball here.
A little messy here.
Very messy.
You kick it on the ground and it's 50-50 on who's going to pick it up. And again, this is where that learning takes place.
Volleyball here, big boy.
And you want to see the
JV kids are going crazy on the sideline. I hate to see the knock on, man.
They're building some momentum here and knock on. All right, so we do have a scrum to Norwalk. I'm looking for a big scrum here. And this is where, Valley has the 2nd most registered kids on their team in the state. And that's where, too, I'd love to see more 15s taking place for our high school kids. Because look at that drive there. Did you just see that hook by the prop? Like, that is a kid who is going to have a great future in 15s. What a heads-up play by the prop to hook it back. Valley gets the steal. Someone needs to pick that out. Here we go. Looking for a big run here.
Reminds me of a Cook, man. Shout out to Cook. Look at the guys on the sideline. They're losing it.
Oh, yeah. And again, you see how they're lining
He's
up
going.
there. Oh, look at that head of steam.
Valley's playing volleyball right now.
Yep.
I don't know about this bully ball.
Oh, good little pop there. And again, you settle the ball. You can reset here. Need to go.
Bully ball again.
Looks like offsides by Norwalk, but so Valley had advantage. Newer players, Dennis made the advantage call for offsides. And I think the Valley players were a little confused of, do we keep playing? What's going on here? Again, pretty much everybody on the field right now is a first-year player.
Yes, yeah.
So quick tap.
He's running it. Dom's leading him. Look at him go. Oh, he's big boy run. Big boy run. He's going to get caught.
He needs support.
Oh, he needs support. Way to get there.
Oh, way to reset. And again, more bully
Big
ball.
boy run again. Wow.
That was a fun stretch of rugby.
Is the Valley JV motto, give it to the big boys and let them eat?
Well, again, I look at those guys and I go, I want to see them play 15s.
Yeah.
Because did you see how they were setting up the next pod?
Yeah.
And it was like pot of three. Kick is no good. Norwalk 10, Valley 5. So again, I mean, this feels like a 15s match. And as they got things going and they settled it down, they're like, oh, hey, we're pretty good at this. Let's just slow it down and do what we can do, So that was fun.
Yeah. No, I love big boy runs. Okay, now I know it's a JV match here, but if you're Valley, you have to get a stop here, right?
Short time.
Oh, off the foot.
Well, it's going to be a knock on. His hand was there. And if you watch the referee, which I encourage you to do, he put his arm out to show advantage.
Oh, man. I'm just getting roasted right now.
You coached.
I'm just excited right now, okay?
I know, it's fun to pick on you. I love you, Parker. Hey, thanks for being here, by the way.
No, I enjoy it. I am curious. No big boy runs coming here if they get this off. Who do you think's going to take it? I'm going to go number 15.
I'm going to say
15 at the fly, just putting in the mouth guard, getting set up. Oh, they
nope.
can't see
Scrum half is going to pick it, take 2 steps to the left, and then he's going to swing it back to the pack on the right side. Oh, and that's going to be out the tunnel. You're going to spill these. Sorry.
I love Friday nights here, man.
And you can just hear the crowd, the coaches, the players, everybody getting into it here. All right, I think this is going to be the last phase.
Uh-oh. Trouble ball. There we go. Way to pick it up. Oh, my gosh.
Look at him.
Ooh!
What a...
Ooh! Oh, he's
Huge.
gonna get caught.
He
He's
needs
gonna get
support.
caught. Oh! He's got it.
Huge try for Valley. So now it's 10-10 with a conversion kick coming. And you were saying, Valley just needs to stop Norwalk. They didn't just stop them. They also got some points for themselves there with no time left. That is such a huge momentum killer. And then to start with that momentum going into the second half.
Kick was close.
So it is 10-10 at halftime. Parker?
Yes.
You got a JV. What do you tell the boys at halftime? How do you get them pumped up? How do you keep this momentum going? Both teams are tied here. What do you tell them to get over the top?
Defense first. I mean, the Valley's going to be kicking it off, right? They know Norwalk's got a quick 10 and a quick center, but the big boys don't match up with Valley's big boys. You play defense first, you get the ball back, you feed the big boys, let them eat.
And I'll say too, that's not a common strategy in sevens. But when you have these style of players, and it is JV, and a lot of these guys are going to play 15s as well, why not do it? And it'll take time off the clock. As long as the ball is in your hands, the other team can't score. I don't care if it takes 7 minutes. If you get that ball and it takes you 7 minutes to score, you win that game.
Yeah.
I think what we've seen from most teams that when they've let the other team score, it's because the team with the ball has tried to do too much.
Yeah.
Do what you're good at. So right now we are at the Valley JV, Norwalk JV match. Up next, we will have Central Springs against Columbus. That'll be a nice 1A matchup as we get into the next round of play. So we do have the second half still coming up. Central Springs, just so you know, they are 2-2. They are 5th in 1A currently. Columbus, they won multiple state titles in a row, 3 state titles in a row, but Bondurant knocked them off last year. They are a young team this year, but they are looking to get back into their winning ways. get back on top. They are 2-2. They are 6th in 1A. So there's a lot of playoff implications for the Central Springs Columbus match coming up after this second half. Again, this stream is brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. Again, thank you, Ant Frine and the Iowa State boys, for supporting youth rugby. Beautiful night for rugby. About a third of the way through tonight's matches. Full slate. Thank you for joining us.
You see, Vic kept the big boys on. I'm telling you. Fun fact.
Give it to us.
The 9 in the scrum cap from England came to us last year as a freshman. Got a bunch of the freshmen out. Now they're sophomores. A lot of his buddies play on this team. This JV team is primarily sophomores. So a lot of growth has happened within the year, you know. I remember being on the sideline and getting blown out, 60-0. But, the fact that it's 10-10 right now,
Growth has happened.
Pretty exciting. Oh, Valley gets the ball back. I did not think that.
Stop. You're not helping. Okay?
Here comes the kickoff again. 10-10. Here comes the second half.
Line drive again. Dom gets it. Running straight.
Here we go. And like we said, just
Big
pick and
boy.
go. Just
Big
go.
boy.
Just
There
go.
he goes.
Just go.
There he
Just
goes.
go. Just
Oh,
go.
he's going to get caught. Where's the support?
Where's his friends? Where's his friends? He needs help.
There's Dom.
Oh, and look at this. This is a 15s team, man. There are 5 guys around this.
Oh, he was holding on to the ball.
Not releasing. So all that fun.
Great run, though. Great run, but nobody on Valley was there. Look at him. He's dog tired.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, really?
And that's why I said Norwalk has been doing a fantastic job supporting each other.
Here we go.
I want to see Valley support each other more because that's a try. If you have
What a tackle.
Ooh.
What a tackle. They're going to go out wide again.
What do we got here? So it's going to be
Valley
scrum. Or
Oh.
Okay, it is a
Yeah,
scrum.
it is a scrum.
Again, I was looking at the arm.
Hey, let's look at the refs, Gray, okay?
His arm was in a
I'm kidding. Okay, so the big boys are out of the equation here.
one more strike and you're out of here.
If you're Valley, who do you give it? I'm going to go with the fly half. They're going to go to the fly half here.
See, that's the thing. Let it come to you.
Yeah, I know.
Make the
I know,
read.
I
Make
know.
the read. Don't plan it out. Do what they give you.
I see the play before. Oh,
Offsides on Norwalk.
there's Mike.
But that was a good scrum by Valley.
And
So he's going to bring it back for offsides on the scrum. That scrum half got there way too quick. Oh, look at this. Tap
Big
it.
big boy time.
Or look at the right side. Nobody's on the right side, man. Tap it and go right.
They're going big boy.
But now they're all going
They're
left.
going big boy. Dom taking it. Little guy. Oh! He gets it.
Try awarded.
The sideline at Valley is going nuts right now. Oh, man.
Oh, and what's funny is he had 3 or 4 options and he picked the hardest one, but it still worked.
He didn't make it. Rats.
15-10, Valley takes the lead. Reason that happened too, good defense. They're really coming up and making some good hard tackles.
They are.
Now we're seeing a lot of substitutions here.
Mass subs now. Mass subs. Oh, I know these boys.
And again, this is brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. Are you looking to continue your education and play rugby at the next level? Are you a college sports fan who needs a college rugby team to support? Check out Iowa State Men's Rugby, which boasts 57 years of success in preparing players to compete on the national and international level while preparing them for life after graduation. Built by Iowans for Iowans. Again, if you are a high school player and you're looking to play in college, Iowa State University is a great program that can take you where you want to go, whether it's in rugby or in your career. Here's the kick.
No line drive there.
Here the coaches come up and get it.
Nice
Ooh.
tackle by Peyton.
Yep, he needs to get up. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that was not Peyton. He's gone.
Huge run there. Way to answer back by Norwalk.
Put it out.
And he gets the try right in front of the posts. And that's huge because with a tie score of 15-15 right in front of the post, he makes this. They take the lead.
Is he going to make it, you think? Yes.
And the flag goes up, which means it's good. 17-15, Norwalk with the lead.
The MO for Valley's JV has been give it to the big boys. There's not a lot of big boys on the field. Might be time for someone to step up.
Again, this is that moment, too, where we talked about both these squads, they're full on varsity. How do you work your way into that top 15 for the varsity? Moments like this. Who's going to be the impact?
Here we go. This guy looks like he can run. Oh, yeah. Good run.
All right, nice set of ruck there.
Give it
Nice.
a 10.
Look, Valley is really bunched up here, so they still look like they're almost going to play big boy ball. Unlucky there. Need to create some space here. Okay, settle back down. Good defense by Norwalk.
He's keeping it. He's not. He's not.
Yep, not releasing is going to be the penalty. And again, this is where you learn. Make a mistake like that here. Short field, quick tap.
Going all the way to the left here.
Oh, here's a big boy.
Oh, what a
Good
tackle.
tackle.
Dom. Great tackle, Dom.
Don't go for that ball. I like how the referee, too, Dennis Oliver, you know, he's letting these guys play. I mean, he put his hands on the ball in the ruck, but hey, get off. Kid got off of it. All right, another penalty. And the coaches from Norwalk are like, go, let's go. And they've got numbers on the wing.
Got it.
And that's a try for Norwalk. 22-15 is our current score.
Bad news for Norwalk. Big boys back in.
So sub rules don't apply in JV, which is good.
Both of them are in. I just want to see a great game. Can you imagine? Kickoff return, big boy run, 60 yards.
I think about it every day. That's the clip that's going viral. We kick it to
What, Phil's knock on? Oh.
Coach Philly V had a rugby clip go viral.
Oh, yeah.
Same clip went viral 12 different times. And you know what? We'll post that this week on the B-Side Boys social media accounts when we played for the Bremer County Bucks. Oh, good times. All right, so we got about a minute left here.
Swing it back in, Mike. There you go.
So again, when you see this many players, you know, going in for those tackles,
Big boy.
it means space is open up. You'd like to see these guys find the space on the edge.
What's going on here? Oh, going out wide. Love it.
There we go.
Love
That's
it.
what I'm talking about.
Gage. That's another big boy. Look at him. Cut it inside, Gage. Get off me. Get off me. Great run.
Now reset it. Now this is where I want to see Valley spread it out. Ooh, picks weak side. Get with them.
Oh, no. Swinging out wide.
Swing it, swing it. Swing it, you got numbers wide. Get wider, use the whole field. One more, hit the corner.
Go, Mike. Oh, he's by himself. Oh, no, he got back up.
Did he release it? Yeah.
Oh, he gave it. Big boy.
Oh! What a fun piece of rugby.
This is fun to watch. I love this.
So this is,
Oh!
this is huge.
He's got to
Valley,
make this.
Valley's down 2 points. A kick ties it.
They made an extra.
No
No.
good. And that is the match. Norwalk JV wins 22-20.
What a match.
And I'll say too, this is what I love about
So
JV.
fun.
Every single kid that played got better. They're learning, they're getting better. Awesome stuff. Love to see it from both sides, both squads. What a fun matchup we had here. So up next, we have Central Springs. Central Springs will be in the black and blue. And we will have Waterloo Columbus Catholic in the green and white. So I am going to update our score here. Parker, you talk while I update our scores.
No, I'm curious about this match. I feel like this match is going to be too even.
Timeout.
But
Brother, you have said curious too many times.
sorry. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by this matchup just because of one thing. I feel like they have two different playing styles. Obviously, Catholic Columbus is very young. Central Springs has, every year I feel like they've had hard-nosed kids that run, straight lines. So I'm curious to see what happens in this. Obviously, with Columbus Catholic, they've been a force the last 4 years. But Central Springs is a team that's always in that top mix every single year. So this match, even though it's in the mid, we're right at the halfway point, I would say. This match feels like it has a lot of not implications, but I feel like both teams need a win here.
And we're not going to say it's a must-win, but we are going to say
it's important.
Both teams are 2-2, and they are 5th and 6th place respectively. I mean, they're fighting for playoff spots.
It's definitely important, and I'm not curious about this. So, see what I did there?
Still use the word. So again, Columbus is going to be in the stripes, and Central Springs is going to be in the black and the blue.
Oh, I gotta remind me, after this game, I have to make a concessions announcement. I'm gonna say it, sorry, on live stream, yeah.
Yeah, they did ask us to do that.
Very curious. Size-wise, both teams I said it again.
That's okay.
Size-wise, they both look even.
Yeah.
It could be we're up in the booth, but line drive kick.
Addison Spear in the middle as our center referee. Good defensive line there by Columbus. Patience there.
Ooh.
You can hear some good communication there from Central Springs.
I mean, look at the line that Columbus Catholic has right now.
A little pick and go from Central Springs there.
Oh.
I would be careful on that little pick and go because Columbus has so many guys near the breakdown. Trying to get sneaky there.
They're really trying to get that counter rug, Gray. Very hard. They're really trying to push that.
It was either hands in the ruck or diving over, but a quick tap there. Good hard run, but a great tackle.
Line's still good for both sides. Curious to see when this breaks.
And I will say, I do appreciate how both teams are just trying to find their footing. No one's trying to do too much offensively or defensively. Like to see Columbus spread out a little more. And I'd like to see them come forward a little bit when that ball's picked. I know they're young.
Look at this. Nice run.
Yeah, Columbus is
Very nice run.
letting Central Springs come up.
Good yardage there. Great yardage.
I think that's like the 4th or 5th tackle that Central Springs has spun out of.
Very hard hitting.
So again, watch the defensive line here by Columbus. A couple players coming up. Good tackle there. He's looking for an offload, but no one was there. But again, Columbus is being patient. Central Springs is being patient. They've been on offense for 2 minutes.
That number 2 kid is
From Central Springs?
Yeah.
That's Jackson Edwards.
Jackson Edwards.
Yep.
Very patient.
And again, like I said in a previous match,
See, look at this. Look, I mean, no panic. They're not trying to force anything, like you said.
and
They're really just playing their game.
if it takes them 7 minutes to score, they'll take it.
Yeah.
Because that means Columbus didn't score. And again, another broken tackle. I mean, Columbus is making the tackles, but ooh, good hard run here by this guy. What number is he?
7.
That's going to be Ben Brown. Ooh, weak side pick.
Ooh.
Good heads up play there.
Great, that's 3 minutes off the clock. Very patient, very methodical. Marched it down the field, 5 yards at a time. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
Kick is good. All right, so Central Springs is up 7-0. Yeah, like we said, they're not forcing anything. They're letting the game come to them. They're creating good action at the breakdown to retain possession. And if something doesn't go their way, they reset, they go again. Reset, go again.
Very curious to see how they respond here. Columbus Catholic.
Yeah, it intrigues me.
Okay. Oh,
Pull out the
man.
old thesaurus. I said it. Yeah, 3.5 minutes gone, 3.5 minutes to go. What a start for Central Springs.
Coach Victor Long coming up to the booth.
Ooh, hard run, makes a good tackle.
Ooh.
Good running by
Whoa.
Columbus there. And then look at the speed to get to the ruck.
Columbus is fast.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Bounces it the other way. He's going to make something have himself. Oh, finds a gap.
Uh-oh.
And he's got a chaser. Dots it down. So here's two completely different offenses
Yeah.
in a sense of, okay, we saw Central Springs take 3.5 minutes to just punch, score. Columbus gets the ball. And within 30 seconds, they get things messy. They get the defense out of position, bounces it back, takes it for a try in about 30 seconds. Yeah, two completely different styles there. And I think that's what we're going to see all match out of these two teams. You know, it's going to be the methodical, stick to the plan for Central Springs, and for Columbus, it's like, hey, we're young, we're fast, we're going to try to make some stuff happen. And honestly, I just feel like it's who's going to break first from that? Who's going to try to do too much? So again, we're right back into it. And if things hold, I feel like Central Springs, oh, look at this.
Pick and go. He's gone.
Wow. Catch a number on this guy.
14. Let me get my 6.
Well, that's Eddie Pruin.
Oh, yeah, Eddie. Went to high school with him. Kidding. Sorry. I'm pulling up the piece of paper right now with the roster.
Oh, and that kick is no good. That could come back later. That is a tough miss there, but Central Springs, you know, so we were saying they're being methodical. You gotta mark X, that pick and go. They just take it to the house. And if it's there, take it, you know?
Curious if Waterloo Columbus kind of keeps up with that same pace here.
You're what?
If they keep up with that pace.
I said, you're what?
Oh.
You said
I
curious.
keep saying that, don't I? I need to stop.
No, you're good. You're good. It is very, you know, curious.
Okay.
I love you, Parker. All right, so we're going to go to about 30 seconds left. We do have a scrum here to Central Springs. So here's kind of what I was talking about. Who's going to make that first mistake? This is like the first, real mistake besides Columbus not marking X there. You know, giving a knock-on at around the 35 with 30 seconds to go. If Central Springs can score here, that's going to be huge momentum going into halftime.
Yeah. If I was a betting man.
Which we don't bet on high school sports.
It's going to go to number 2. He's taking it. Oh, what a pass.
Oh, look at this loop. Look at this loop.
Loop.
Oh, he wanted it, but that high pass let Columbus catch up. Oh.
They're going to try and counter-ruck it. Come on.
Oh, he tries to pick and go.
That's a try.
And that is a try.
Did you know Central Springs' uniforms are BBP?
So BBP is also one of the sponsors tonight. They will sponsor the last match of the night, Southeast Polk against Waverly Shellrock. BBP has always been a proud sponsor of the B-Side Boys podcast since they've begun. BBP is local. So yeah, those uniforms, they look great. I love it. We are at halftime now. Central Springs 17, Columbus 7. Parker, biggest takeaway from the first half?
2 different styles of plays. Columbus, first mistake. That's kind of what led to what the score is, 17-7. Columbus does get the ball. I think they need to go fast. So, why?
I made that face because I noticed I still had the Fort Dodge Stags logo up on that last break graphic. So that's okay. Parker's now going to make an announcement about concessions.
What have I said?
The concession stand is open. Make sure to get a hot dog.
Just a reminder, the concession stand is open. Make sure to get a hot dog.
And the bathrooms too.
And the bathrooms are open too.
All right.
Wow. Whoever said that must have been. He knows what he's doing.
So Parker, you were talking earlier about our referees.
Yes.
And you can see here, this is that meeting that's taking place right now. We've got multiple referees having a chat, talking about what they see. Everyone's trying to learn from each other. You got referee coach Paul Damagey there in the hat, overseeing everything, and it's great because not only are our players getting coached up, but so are the referees about what they've seen. And also,
Oh, we thought that was Sadie.
yeah, made a mistake. Sadie,
Oh.
you weren't out there reffing, were you?
No.
Oh.
No, because out there was actually
Drum roll.
Kryn Knopik. She plays for Des Moines Rugby.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So Sadie, we did think that was you running around out there. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, where'd she get the green jersey? All right.
Yeah, we're like, wow.
So my bad on that.
Look for Columbus to start fast.
So again,
Not
what
saying
we're
they have to, but they do.
looking for in this second half here. You know, they're down 10. They need at least 2 tries. Don't force anything, but be the faster team. So again, I like that. It wasn't there, and you hear the boys yelling fire. They want to use the whole field. Stretch it out. Use your speed. Oh, what a tackle. But, I mean, he did have that man on the wing, but...
Hard hits, always Central Springs. They're getting that wide again.
And again, look at the numbers. They need to move forward here because now Central Springs... Oh! Too many steps sideways allows Central Springs to recover on defense. But a penalty on Central Springs gives the ball back to Columbus. Here's a quick tap. And again, they want to use that whole field. Bounce it back, weak side.
He's got another guy. Oh. Go down.
And what's the call here? Another penalty on Central Springs. You can hear him yelling fire. That means pretty much every team in the world get it to the other sideline.
They do a great job of spreading the ball.
They do. Probably one of the best out of everyone. Just getting it from sideline to sideline. You just like to see them go with a little more go forward. And again, the way I was taught sevens, 15 years ago, just move side to side while moving forward, and eventually a gap will open up. Unfortunately, though, instead of a gap opening up, they did knock the ball on around midfield. It's going to be a scrum to Central Springs. But yeah, I like that idea from Columbus about just, hey, side to side, gaps will open up, but unfortunately, a knock-on was found first. Ooh, they're looking for that weak side play. But with the whistle, back to the drawing board. All right, here comes the scrum again.
They're thinking weak again. Yeah.
It's a free kick for Columbus. Not 100% sure what he wasn't happy about, but he definitely talked to them, and it must have happened again. Oh no. Drops it, goes backwards. But you could see what they were trying to set up there. Dangerously close to having, an obstruction by running behind your own players there. Doesn't impede play, so we're going to play on. But again, you want to see him go forward here. Dancing around a little too much. And again, defensively, Central Springs, calm, cool, and collected, just like on offense. Yep, advantage called. So, advantage for the high tackle. That intercept does not work. And they want to send it to these boys here. Look
Send
at
it wide.
Oh. Does he have the space? And that player, before he passed it, he took a couple steps to the right, and it took away the space from his guy and allowed the defense to slide. Another penalty on Central Springs. Deep pass.
What a ball.
One more. Can he get the corner? And that's going to be a
Nice
steal.
counter, Ruck.
Yeah.
Central Springs seems like they're very knowledgeable on the rules. Even though they had 5 penalties, like they know.
A lot of pick and goes here. Dangerously close to the sideline. And number 12 from Central Springs. That's Lincoln Blickendorfer.
Blick.
Heads up play there. Sound like Columbus didn't think he released it. Referee saw him release it, and he takes it for the try. Extend this lead to 22-7. Kick is good. 24-7.
How many pick and goes did Central Springs run there? 3 or 4?
It was like 3 or 4.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah. They just seem like what's that Madden thing for running back? Ground and pound.
Ground and pound.
Ground and pound. That's what they seem like.
Well, again, they're challenging Columbus, and this is a young Columbus team. It's a small Columbus team. They're challenging them at the breakdown. Like, we're going to pick and go. We want to see you tackle us. And also, I'm not 100% sure on the passing skills of Central Springs, because it's like you don't have to make a long pass if you're doing pick and goes. You know what I mean? So that's something too where they're going to challenge them to tackle them instead of defend their passes.
Columbus did bring in a lot of their subs on this possession.
Yep.
I think they brought 4 or 5 guys
4,
out.
I think I saw 4. The mark is over here. So we have about a minute left, a little over a minute. Next match after this will be Southeast Polk versus Cedar Rapids Jefferson. We saw Cedar Rapids Jefferson play Valley earlier. Valley won 28-5. Jefferson will have their second match of the night. So again, Southeast Polk, they're 3-1. Their only loss is to Urbandale, 12-5 from week 1. Southeast Polk has defeated Valley, Ames, and Fort Dodge. And this will be the second time we've seen Cedar Rapids Jefferson tonight. Again, that match is coming up directly after this match. Central Springs looks to improve here. They're going to go to 3-2. Columbus will drop to 2-3. Columbus, their next match tonight will be against Mason City, while Central Springs will play Norwalk. A little messy at the scrum, but Central Springs has it here. Ooh, nice loop, but can't handle it. Quick release there. Good recovery since he didn't have support to ruck for him.
Hard running from Central Springs. It just seems like
Very characteristic of
Yes.
them. Yep. So a penalty on Columbus, and Central Springs, he's just going to go for it. Wanted to kick it into touch to end the game,
it's a knock.
but he kicks it, and it is a knock.
I looked at the server's hands there. I made sure.
And it looks like Jeff has something here. The AR, talking to our center referee. And that will be the final. Central Springs 24, Columbus 7. Again, up next, we will have Southeast Polk at 3-1 against Cedar Rapids Jefferson at 3-2. Again, Southeast Polk, one of the powerhouses of the league. Always expect them to do some big things. in the league. Parker, as your time as a coach, what did you expect from Southeast Polk? When you were talking to the boys, what can we expect from this team? I know it's a different coaching staff with Zach Warren. He took over for Cope Wheeler. What are we looking for? Because, that identity is still there.
Yeah. Southeast Polk is known for having, 2 or 3 really good athletes on the field, usually at the center and wing position. This year it's a little bit interesting. They have a really fun scrummy. He just kind of moves, dictates the offense. But every year, they move the ball well, sideline to sideline, tough runs, and they play together very well. And I think this team is no different from past teams, so I'm curious to see how Jefferson bounces back after losing the first match, and we should have a really good game.
Definitely, and Southeast Polk will be wearing the white, while Cedar Rapids Jefferson will be in the blue. This stream is brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. Again, Iowa State Men's Rugby, they have created a winning tradition here. In the last 4 seasons, COVID in the middle, we're not counting those, but in the last 4 seasons, Iowa State has won the 15s Heart of America Championship 3 times and been the runner-up once. They were the 7s champions 3 times in the Heart of America and runners-up last year. In 15s, they've been the national runner-up the last 2 seasons. They won the 7s national championship, D1AA CRAA, in 2023. They were CRC 11th place premier finisher in 2022 and 2021. And yeah, they're just a team that, they're looking to continue to build, and they want to build with guys from Iowa. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, check out Iowa State University. Give Ant Frine, head coach Ant Frine, a message, and he can help you out. So we are about to take over here with the next match, Cedar Rapids Jefferson in blue, Southeast Polk in the white. All right, and the kickoff is just about underway. And Parker, as a coach, how is it different when your team has played a match already against a team that's fresh? Who do you think has the advantage based off of that? Because no matter what, it's going to happen.
You got to look at numbers for your subs. I feel like that plays a bigger role, definitely. But Southeast Polk is one of those teams that can just, they could play 3 games and they'd look as good as the first one. So, very curious though, said it again.
That's okay.
To see what Jefferson bounces back with.
Look at that pressure on defense, really shooting up. And again, that was something, if they can all shoot up as a team, getting a little high there on the tackle, so that is going to be a penalty. They all have to shoot up together or not at all, and that's where they got into trouble against Valley, because gaps opened up when, 1 or 2 players would shoot up and the rest of their team would hang back. So that's something to look for here. I love the aggression. I love them, trying to get up in the face of Southeast Polk to force a bad pass. But if you do it by yourself, it's going to open some gaps, and that's going to be into touch. Also, it does look like a Southeast Polk player was down.
I think we will have stoppage here, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, we do have a trainer on. Is that number 8? Ethan Clater for Southeast Polk. A little shaken up there.
Just whipped around the wrong way.
That's why too, that's why they enforce those high tackle penalties, because again, you penalize it in the moment, but you also are trying to prevent tackles like that in the future.
He looks to be fine, which is good news. Light jog off. All right, here we go. Jefferson came out of the gates firing, Gray.
Yeah.
They really did.
But like I said, I just worry that, if only one guy shoots up and the other guys hang back, it's going to open up some gaps. And Southeast Polk is a disciplined team where they know how to counter that. But Jefferson in a really good position here. Line out was about 30 meters away from the try line. Can they make something of this?
It's that number 6 guy again.
Very fast. And look at this offensive line. Oh, he doesn't have anybody there to ruck and support for him. Man, they had that offensive line set up.
They did.
So that's going to be a penalty on Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Quick tap by Southeast Polk, and they're off. And look at Southeast Polk's line. But he picks it and goes weak side. Good offload. Another
Number 6
offload.
guy's got a motor, man. I'm telling you.
From Jefferson.
Yeah.
Look at that line set by Southeast Polk. Can they spin it? Again, you want to see him moving forward, not catching it.
He might be gone.
Hit that corner. And he gets the corner. And that is a try for Southeast Polk. They're going to score first. They're going to strike first. Is that Maddox Baxter, number 4?
It is.
So you called it there. You could see, can they use all the space? He was patient. He was waiting. And once he had it, he knew he had the angle. Just shook off a little arm tackle there. And he able to center it. That's going to be huge. Oh, off the crossbar. So 5-0 with about 4.5 minutes to go here. And again, with Southeast Polk, I want to see, are they going to challenge deep, or are they going to try and get this at 10 meters? I think they're one of the teams that they've probably got the skill to be able to put this at 10 and really go for it. Or do they want to try to, force it deep, see if they can get Cedar Rapids Jefferson to make a mistake and have a short field? Ooh, kicking it right in the middle, right to his chest there. Ooh.
Southeast Polk's got the ball. They got to spread out. Southeast Polk can kill him right here. Oh.
Ooh. So small error there by Central Springs to turn it over, but Southeast Polk immediately. Jefferson. Sorry, what did I say? Oh, sorry, they're both blue. My bad. I apologize. So Cedar Rapids Jefferson here.
So they got a guy on the weak side. If you see that, I'm curious if he's going to wrap around to the side towards us.
Mm-hmm.
No,
That ball's up.
They're going to go weak.
Yep,
side.
they're going weak. Trying to put a 2-on-1 on that wing on the weak side. Oh, he gets it behind him there. I like the idea. Just execution wasn't there. So Southeast Polk, they go quick. That ball's already in. We're going. That dude is quick.
That's the scrummy.
And that was the player you said to watch out for.
He is quick. With Southeast Polk, the whole offense runs through him. I mean, he dictates the pace, and you saw that. Right at the lineout, there's a quick lineout.
And that's an advantage, too, of having a team that has a high IQ, a smart team where, as some of the newer players, you're looking around to kind of be like, okay, what's going on? Do I know what's happening? Southeast Polk, everybody on the field, they know, like, oh, quick line out, we're going, we're moving. And that was your player for Southeast Polk that you said that we needed to watch out for. Fun scrum half there. Going to catch a number and get a name for you.
That was number 2.
Yep. Jesse Schumacher.
Ooh.
From Southeast Polk. So fun player to watch there. So Southeast Polk, they're going to kick it high.
Here's going to be a fun run. Fun run. Can
he go to the distance?
He's going to get caught.
But he has support. Can he get the offload off? Oh, he holds on to it.
Okay, they're going to swing it. They're so bunched up.
Oh, a little step.
Oh, what a...
Try-saving tackle. Huge step. Bigger tackle.
What a pass.
Sends it wide.
What a pass.
Wow. That was amazing.
That's what the kids call adopt, Gray. That was awesome.
So here's what I love about that. Number 4, he catches that kickoff. He takes off. The support was there, but he was like, you know what? I'm not comfortable making this pass. He goes down. They reset, and they tried to, that step that player had. Oh, and that kick is good.
We got a ball game. We do have a ball game.
So that player, what an amazing step by the Cedar Rapids Jefferson player, but he gets caught at the try line, and then the scrum half with a heads-up play of, I need to skip it out wide, I need to get it to my wing, and he's just waiting for that ball, touches it down for the easy try, and they make the difficult conversion. Cedar Rapids Jefferson with a couple of subs in here right before halftime, so I'm wondering, fresh legs, go all out, and then you get another break. So let's see how they challenge him.
I think they're going to attack the side towards us, Gray, here. I think they're going to attack it.
Yep. 2 missed tackles, a step, and that's Jesse Schumacher. Can he make it?
He's very fun to watch.
And that is the last thing you want to have happen if you are Cedar Rapids Jefferson right there. Just unlucky. I mean, those 2 guys go in, a good step by Schumacher, finds some space, and he has the speed. He can take it the distance from anywhere. And the kick is?
Where are the touch judges? I'm going to say not good.
I don't know. There was like right below the crossbar.
Yeah.
Way to go, Phil.
Sorry, everybody. The touch judges aren't underneath, and they're not putting the flags up or waving it off, so... And I didn't hear a whistle, so we're going to assume that that was no good.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption.
17-7 pending further investigation.
Yeah, 17-7 pending further investigation. What I was going to say too, a bummer for Cedar Rapids Jefferson there. That'll take the wind out of your sails of you put in all that work, you have a great piece of rugby on offense, and then you have about 20 seconds to go into halftime at 12-7. You're down 5, 20 seconds, subs come on, they go to the distance. Unlucky, unfortunate. But for Southeast Polk, hey, if you're going to give us that, we're going to take it.
Yeah.
What do you think Cedar Rapids Jefferson needs to do in this second half? What do you want to see from them?
I'd like to see the same spark that they came out with in the first 3 minutes. Yes, some guys were shooting up faster than others, but sometimes that intensity, even though it can be detrimental, big word.
It also leads to bad passes by the offense. You hear the footsteps, it makes something happen. You just have to make sure, if I see my teammate going, I got to get with him. I got to match it. And as a sub, you got to be that spark. You got to be that spark. You got to be that impact. You got to make it happen.
I do look forward, I do see number 6. I keep butchering his name because I'm not saying it, from Jefferson. If he gets a hold of this ball, I think he's going to take it the distance.
He's Shira. And Southeast Polk is going to challenge them to go the entire field. Good catch there. Oh, he's got support on the outside.
Oh! He's gone.
And his support's with him.
He's gone. Oh, just kidding.
Backside wing is there as well. And that's how you want to start for Cedar Rapids Jefferson.
Wow.
Southeast Polk challenges them to go the distance of the field, and Cedar Rapids Jefferson, they answer the call. Is that number 5?
Yes.
That's Austin Robertson. He's a sophomore. He's a returning player, but he's back after missing 2 weeks with a 7-on-7 football, or he was playing 7-on-7 football. He was all conference for football, so huge way to start the half with that try.
No good. Yeah, no good on the kick.
And the kick was no good, so we do have a 5-point match.
I'm a big believer in body language. And Southeast Polk, some hands on the hips. I'm just looking at the front line here, and if I'm, if I was them, I would have targeted it too. So.
And again, an unforced error there. I know what they're trying to do. They want to get the ball. They want to keep that momentum going. And when Southeast Polk has the ball in their hands, they can score from anywhere.
Big boy runs here.
Big boy running. Big boy running.
What a tackle.
But look at the defense for Cedar Rapids Jefferson. They are out of position because of all of the missed tackles and all the
Number 2.
shiftiness.
Number 2 again. It's going to be a penalty.
Penalty on Jefferson. Oh, and look at this backline setup for Southeast Polk if they can get it wide. So what do we got here? We do have about 5.5 minutes. Oh, a quick tap.
Number 2 again.
Jesse Schumacher.
He is the team.
Brings it to 22-12. Here comes the kick.
Again, if I'm Jefferson, you would want to return a kickoff, and the kick is good. You would want to return a kickoff, right? That's the dream scenario. Just answer right back. But I don't know. Southeast Polk, they have a lot of speed on the outside. I think they made a little bit of an error on a substitution, and that's what happened. So I think they corrected it. Just because the wing is definitely different on this side now. So.
And after this match, we will have the host, Valley, against Waverly Shellrock. It'll be Waverly Shellrock's first match of the night. Valley defeated Cedar Rapids Jefferson earlier in the night.
Here's 6.
Oh, and like you said, man, what a pop.
Nice counter ruck.
And that's a turnover, Southeast Polk's ball.
It's a knock.
Again, you can see what Southeast Polk is setting up. You can see what they're trying to do. But just hands weren't there on that one. Got to focus, look that thing in. And he's off. It's Jesse Schumacher again, but he goes into touch. Goes into touch. Nice little scrum there. Goes weak side, but runs into touch. And it sounds like we are going to have an update in our schedule for the night.
Yes. We will push the JV matches all the way towards the end. Every single varsity match will move up a spot. This does not affect the next match. But the matches after.
So we'll go Valley, Waverly Shellrock, and then Columbus, Mason City like scheduled. Then we'll go straight into Norwalk, Central Springs, and then Southeast Polk versus Waverly. All right, Jefferson with the line out here. Finds some space. Oh, and a pass to nobody. Oh, but it bounces.
What?
Oh, a forward pass. I was going to say, sometimes it's nice just to be lucky. But that was going to be brought back for a forward pass. Man, that bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, he would have scored that too. That was fun.
It reminded me of when I play Rugby 22. Because we all know that gameplay is just amazing, right?
Well, okay, the new Rugby 25,
I have not played.
they have done updates to the game
Really?
once a week, every week since release.
Wow.
And the game is actually playable. So Rugby 25, not a terrible video game. I'll say it. I'll stand on business.
Wow. Look for the weak side here, Gray.
Looks
they're going for it. Oh, Jefferson's ball.
Well, it looked like Jefferson was pushing a little early, but ref says play on. Oh, he handles it.
Oh,
Can he stay?
They're going quick. They're going quick. You know who started that quick line out, I will say, was Cedar Falls when we played it.
Yep.
Cedar Falls kind of set the precedent for everybody to do that. And it's nice and it's also refreshing to see, but it's also such a... Oh, wow. Jefferson kind of standing strong here. Ooh.
So do you like the quick line out? Or
I do in certain scenarios. I think Southeast Polk runs it great. Ooh.
Don't like to see a tackle where they get twisted like that, but that's going to be another try for Southeast Polk. So, I was just going to say real quick, this game at one point it was 12-7.
Yes.
And, I liked some of the things I saw from Jefferson. But I just think, Southeast Polk has that experience. They have that depth. And they have that speed. It's a good mix of everything. And they were patient. And it just kind of, they wore down Jefferson. Yes. And, if Jefferson can put together a game like they did for those couple minutes for a full 14,
Jefferson is a fun team to watch. I really do believe this. They will be at state. They run very hard.
They move to 3-3, and Southeast Polk moves to 4-1. So our final score is Southeast Polk 29, Cedar Rapids Jefferson 12. So our next match here, we are going to have Valley, host Valley against Waverly Shellrock. Parker, I want you to talk about Waverly Shellrock. This is their first match of the night. They are a powerhouse. They're 4-0. They want to keep their winning ways. Talk about Waverly Shellrock.
Waverly Shellrock is a staple of IAYRA rugby. That being said, Eric Wickham, Casey Hansen do an amazing job of what they do. Every program that plays Waverly, you either fear them or you respect them, if that makes sense.
You can do both.
You can. And I'm very curious to see how Valley responds to this. Obviously, with the slow start, the simple mistakes in the first half that they played against Jefferson, how do you clean these up? Look for the Kramer twins of Waverly Shellrock to really make an impact. And also, you have Logan Lashbrook, who is an Iowa Selects player, played for the 16s while also playing for the 18s. He is a force in the middle. Kind of curious to see how Valley manages both those three guys. We know 7 guys are on the field, but 3 guys specifically for Waverly this team runs through.
And you didn't even mention, the Haggertys. They also are playing. You got Barons in there. Rule, Dewey, Lewis, Moon, Moines. I mean, the list goes on and on. You know what you're going to get. It's a great coaching staff there from Waverly Shellrock. Valley cannot make mistakes early because they will capitalize. Again, this stream is brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. Thank you, Iowa State Men's Rugby, for supporting youth rugby in Iowa. That is a program that builds their team on guys from Iowa, for guys from Iowa, looking to compete for a national title in 15s. They're in the Final Four right now. They will also compete for a 7s national title. They were 7s national champions a couple years ago. Head coach Ant Frine, he wants you there. If you want to be there and you let them know what your goals are, they'll help you get there. Guys are playing internationally. They're playing domestically for high-level clubs. You want to be a part of a successful program, Iowa State University is a program that can offer you what you would like. Waverly Shellrock will be in the black with the yellow stripe across the chest. Valley will be in the white with the orange stripes. What do you tell the guys right before, if you're Victor Wong, head coach of Valley, or Philly V, assistant coach of Valley, what do you tell them in that huddle right before they go to play?
You tell them the same thing. I mean, it's basically, hey, we got to play our game. I mean, they played a great game against Urbandale last week. They played an okay second half against Jefferson. I'm curious to keep saying it, but I am very curious to see how they come out of the gates. Kramer with the kick here. Great kick. Right at the 10.
Ooh, what a tackle, too.
Valley's ball still. Nope. Yep.
So penalty, not releasing by Waverly. But I mean, that's like a perfect kick. And that tackle was great by Waverly, but so Valley, I'd say, settle down.
There's Evan. Great runner.
I want to see that support get there quicker for Valley because you know Waverly is going to get to the breakdown quick. And look at that. He shoots up on defense. Valley looks like they're,
tossing it out wide to the Swain brothers. Here we go.
Little switch.
He should have kept it.
Yeah, and you know what? If you're going to do that switch, you want to see it a little tighter. But again, not force anything. Big boy run. Takes a couple of guys to make that tackle.
Evan's going to keep it again. Valley's MO seems to be, let's run it twice up the middle and then let's spread the ball. So let's see. Spread, Spread. Oh, it's going to be a knock here.
Oh, he says that goes backwards. That is Valley's ball. He's going to keep going.
Robin Brooks with a stiff arm again.
A lot of Waverly players bunched up. Can Valley do something here? So
Offside. Offside's going to be Valley's ball. Little switch here. Dylan Rodriguez is going to hand the ball to Evan Swain. Curious to kind of see what they do. They've been giving it to Evan every single time. I wonder if he's going to pass it. Nope. Nobody's there for the counter.
not releasing.
Yep.
So they were there for the counter. No one was there to support the
sorry.
ruck. Yeah. Because that's the thing. Waverly, they see, oh, no one's there. They just immediately put their hands on the ball.
Yeah.
And go for the steal. That's going to be a penalty. But on the penalty, Waverly elects to go for the scrum. This is something head coach Casey Hansen likes to do. He believes that the scrum is the best platform to score from. He talks about, you're playing chess here. You're in control. You're setting up your pieces. You manipulate the defense. You know what you're going to run.
It's the wishbone. Good push by Valley. Great tackle. Nice.
And that pressure by Valley, messes up what Waverly wanted to do there.
Oh, it's going to be a knock.
No, it went backwards. High
tackle.
They got to spread. Look at that gap. He was on his back hip.
They're going to go back 10 here.
Diving over. He's going to go quick.
Dylan's got to spread.
Oh, Robin's on his own on the wing, but defense is able to slide.
Very nice.
Valley has to get lower on these tackles. One thing the coach...
Valley's ball.
Oh, it is. Yeah, sorry.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did you see?
No, I thought it was a high tackle. I don't know what happened.
Big boy run again. Colin Brill cannot pass it like that.
Offsides. So I was going to say, it felt like Waverly was coming up quick.
Watch for Evan here.
And Jeff's going to say they were offsides. Look at that cutback.
The big push.
Valley's
a lot of these guys have come a long way.
They're being so patient.
Oh, Swain!
Oh, Robin, can you get there, Robin?
That's going to be Waverly's ball. Oh, he didn't get the counter. Oh, it's out.
He says play on. Robin!
With Robin.
I think Valley, they're getting...
Pick and go with the Swain. Advantage Valley.
Yeah.
They're going to call a high there, but they're going to let him play on.
And now to the penalty. Valley, they're being... As much as things aren't working for them, they are staying composed.
Yeah.
And they're not forcing anything. They're retaining ball. Here comes a hard run.
Big boy run again. Valley's MO.
Oh!
Here he goes.
But who's with him? There we go. Now swing it.
Get it out wide. Evan's going to keep it.
Oh, runs through two guys. Runs through another.
Oh! Evan with the try.
Wow. Patience.
What a run. Now look for Vic to look at the subs here. I'm very curious. Looks like Robin Brooks is going to come out. Yes. Will's going to be coming in at center, and Luke will be replacing number 7 of Valley.
And the kick is good. So Valley's up 7-0. That run, it reminds me of sometimes you see these clips on Instagram of Madden, the video game, when there's glitches and stuff, and they always say when there's a bunch of missed tackles, he just wanted it more. Man, how bad did Evan want that?
Yeah.
I was kind of
he's touched the ball at least 10 times, Gray, this first half.
Well, and I was thinking too, you're running right into 3 Waverly guys, pulled them in.
Deep kick again. Valley's going to a Kramer here. Let's see what the Swain twins. We're going to go back.
Oh, he cheated too much.
He's off. Oh, but I don't know. Evan, he's slowing down. Those Kramer. Luke's right after him, making him work.
Making him earn it. And Waverly. And that's the thing too, man, it's hard because when you have a guy, who just scored on your team, especially after a hard run, don't kick it to his side.
Yeah.
And I think we saw that right there where he was just out of gas, man.
He was.
He just had a tough run, and then, forcing him to go up against one of the best players in the state, it's just, yeah. I mean, he's going to do that against a guy who's not tired.
You look at Kramer both. I mean, Kramer needs a sub too, so look at Casey and Whitcomb here. I wonder who they're going to bring on. Kramer's going to need a breather at least for the rest of the first half with 30 seconds left.
And again, so they're limited to, is it 6 or 7 subs, 7 player movements per game? So a player can come off, but they can come back on.
Yes.
But it counts as a substitution. So you can give, one of your top guys, you can give him a breather and bring him back in. And so it looks like that's what we're going to see here.
Another great kick by Waverly.
You want to see
Will?
that caught in the air?
Very curious about Will here at center.
Victor.
Look at Valley just right at the ruck. Dylan Rodriguez scrummy in.
And also, too, the next dead ball here will be the end
Here
of the
comes
half.
Evan. Here comes Evan. Let's
Wait.
see. Fun guy to watch, man. I'm telling you. What an offload! Does Dylan Rodriguez have enough? No.
And that's over,
Advantage.
and that was over the shoulder, too.
Yep.
So he's going to call him for a high tackle because he came over the top. So we're going to play on with the penalty. What an offload there by Valley to keep this going.
Sirs are going to meet here. They're going to see if they're going to card him or not.
You can see here, the great offload, but he's coming to try to attack the ball.
Yes.
And when he did that, he did go
Yes.
over the top, and that is a seatbelt tackle that we're
Yes.
trying to get away from. It is going to be a
Just
penalty.
a warning.
Yep. Because, it wasn't malicious. He was
No,
going for ball,
yeah, he
but
was going for the
you
ball.
just can't go over the shoulder like that. Huge opportunity for Valley. They're going to
boy
take a
run.
hard crash
Try
and
Valley.
try awarded.
Wow. Valley's feeling good right now.
Huge
Valley is
runs.
feeling good. Let's see if Dylan Rodriguez can make this kick. I feel like this kick right here will be very important as we get down to the final minute of the second half.
Well, we're in the first half, and it's halftime.
I know. Ooh. He made it!
Oh,
what a
wow,
kick by
what a
Dylan
kick.
Rodriguez. Wow.
Amazing. This is an exciting match. Again, week 1, Valley starts 0-2. You could see they have the talent. They have some pieces. They just needed to clean up some things on defense, clean up some things on offense. And what I love to see is this confidence, this composure. Waverly's doing an amazing job meeting them at the line, making hard tackles. And it's only just been a couple of mistakes that Waverly's made. And, Valley's broken a few tackles, and they've been able to finish it. That's the biggest thing that I've seen be the difference. Because, again, Waverly does Waverly things. They have the ball. They're moving it.
Yeah.
Valley's been on offense, it seems like, for what, 5-6 minutes?
Yeah.
Seems like they've had the ball the whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look for Waverly to try to create more turnovers in the second half and to challenge the ruck. They have some size on Valley. I expect Waverly Shellrock to challenge them and make Valley uncomfortable. Valley's doing a little bit more of what they want to do. So that's kind of, my big thing. Can Waverly create more turnovers? Can Valley keep this momentum going? It is 14-7 Valley at the half.
And going back to the Jefferson Valley game, we both saw that Valley bunches up at times on defense, and we haven't seen Waverly a whole lot on offense. So I'm curious if they're both gonna bunch up on Valley, or if they're gonna stay in a line. Because I know Coach Vic, Coach Juju, Coach Phil, Coach Sam, and Coach Yarima have hammered on not bunching up.
Mm-hmm.
So the rucks have been great for Valley, positives, and Evan has been amazing to watch. Both Evans. You take away the positives for Waverly, right? The Kramers, they're playing well. Look for Logan to really look for the gaps. I think Waverly's going to spread the ball out, make Valley bunch up, and I'm very excited for the second half here.
Well, and that's the thing. Valley has to kick. It's going to be interesting to see, what does Waverly do on the jump?
So
Can Valley stay spread and, force turnover? Waverly, expect them, they're going to get into their structure.
they're going to kick it deep here. They're going to make him use the whole field.
Did you see that?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Oh!
They
Wow!
are working at the 1 yard line, going short
Oh,
side.
but
He's got a gap. He's going to go 99. He's going to go all 99 yards. I don't know. They might catch him. Will might catch him. Wow.
Wow.
What an answer.
So 2 things on that. Number 1, Valley couldn't have had a better deep kick to start a half.
Yeah.
You have them pinned in the corner at like the 1 meter line. He trips and falls. Valley cheats inside too much, and he takes it 99 meters to the house.
Remember when I said that kick would have been big? Let's see if Kramer can make this kick here.
You were right. I'm sorry. I was like, I didn't know what you were talking about. You're talking about this?
It's to the right.
And that kick is no good. So Valley has a 2-point advantage here, but we still have 6 minutes to go.
We have a lot of game left here.
And that's the thing. Like, we didn't even see Waverly get into their structure. It was just Valley cheated inside.
There is
Didn't mark that
6
backside.
guys on the field. Oh, 7. Okay.
They made a sub.
Waverly's not going to wait. They're going to go to the short side here, right at Evan.
Yeah, you can see there's that gap there between the 30 and 20.
They're going to try and put it right in that triangle.
Yep.
Evan Swain with the catch. Gives it to his brother. Let's see. Both of them. There's Valley on the ruck right away.
And again,
right
Waverly
away.
challenging at the ruck. We said at halftime, look for
There's
that.
Robin.
We'll cut back.
Valley's right at the ruck every single time. Oh, that's a... Oh, no.
Oh, he said backwards. He said backwards. He says play on.
Valley's ball.
Wow. So offsides.
Okay, they've gone to Evan every single time. They're going to give it to Dom here. Dom, he knocks it.
He wanted it.
He knocks it.
He knocks it. And again, you cannot give Waverly the ball on a short field. Casey Hansen, head coach, one of the head coaches of Waverly, like I said in the first half, his favorite place to play from is in a scrum.
If you're
This
Valley
is
here,
what they want.
You gotta look at what's going on here. I mean, short side. Okay, they move. They're substituting. Oh no. That's one of the JV kids we were talking about.
Yep.
Played a JV match right at the wing, right on a guy that basically made selects. Let's see how he does. These are the moments where you got to want it more.
Well, and the last time Waverly had a scrum, yeah, look at Valley with the push, the pressure.
Time is winding down.
Yep, about 3.5 to go. So Valley, I mean, they're getting a good push, and it's messing up the platform for Waverly. So we're going to come back and do it again here.
Here we go. Another scrum messed up. Whose ball? Waverly's ball. He's going to take it. Valley's going to play tough here. Don't let him get in the center. He gets it.
And that's a try for Waverly. So, I mean, Valley was able to mess up that scrum. They made it ugly, but the scrum half, what a heads-up play by the scrum half from Waverly. He picks it up, and in the chaos, he's able to find some space. You could hear the coaches from Waverly. They thought the tackles were high there. Waverly still finds space. They get the try right in front of the post. 17-14, Waverly up. And it's good. So we have a 5-point game here with about 2 minutes, 45 seconds, probably 2.5 minutes by the time this kick goes. Here's the thing.
You know where the ball's going to go here. Right? You know it's going to go this side in between where the 9, Evan, and both Evans and the 9 are, right in the middle.
And again, why did that happen? The only unforced error that Valley has had so far.
Oh, that's going to be short.
Oh! What a heads-up play!
Evan is electric. Let me tell you, first-year player, senior, defensive lineman, doesn't look like one, but man.
I mean, every single person, when that ball doesn't go 10, you always hear people say, like, let it go, let it go. No, man, he catches that thing, play on, it takes it to the house. Wow. That is huge for Valley.
That is Evan's second try of the match, is that right?
Yep. And
right,
here,
another big kick here.
And I was going to say, so that unforced error led to the Waverly try, but man, that's how you respond right there. Huge kick.
Another kick.
Colin Brill.
It's good.
All right. Wow, what a match. Valley is up 21-19. This is where kicks are huge. 3 tries to 3 tries, 3 conversions to 2 conversions.
You can see Coach Vic just yelling at his guys, telling them, you got 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Really closer to a minute and a half. Look for Waverly to get in their structure. So again, they kick it deep here.
Go to Logan again. Let's see what Logan does. I think he's just going to run it. Yep.
Here's teammates. Take it.
Kramer, the Kramers, again.
Get it. Ankle
He's
tap.
not going to get him. They have to force him to the outside.
So much speed. Again, Waverly has only been in possession of the ball for maybe 3 total minutes.
They scored every time.
Every time they touch the ball, they're gone.
I'm telling you, those Kramer twins, man.
So again, for Valley, in a sense of, they want to have the ball last.
Yes. I mean, also, big run by Logan there. That could not be. I mean, he went through 4 Valley guys, offloaded it perfect. Is he going to make it? No good.
No good. 3-point match. Valley 21, Waverly Shellrock 24. We have about 20 seconds to go. Waverly's going to take their time here. Whatever you've got in the tank, it's time to go.
I mean, any penalty, any knock on, the game's over here.
Not a penalty.
Sorry.
Games don't end on penalties.
Sorry. Just my brain is just, I feel like I should be on the sideline right now.
But you're in the booth. All right, here we go. Huge kick.
Both Evans know it's going to be short. Look at Waverly.
Yeah.
Not doing it again.
So here we go. Valley has one more chance from the 50. A try wins, and a dead ball. Waverly gets the win.
Here we go.
Big boy run.
Someone's got to be with him. The ball
goes backwards. Goes backwards.
What's the call here? It's going to be Valley's ball.
Hold on. It's a scrum to Valley, but the referee says we have time for another play.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, no.
Again, our time is an estimate. The time that we follow is off of the referee's watch.
So look at this here, right? You have Evan at the 10, the JV, I'm sorry, I don't know his name. He's at the center. Little fake switch. Going to Robin. He's going to keep it. Who's
and now
with them?
Everybody's bunched up. You're going to want to see them.
Evan's right there. They got to spread it.
They're 2 bunched up. Looks like it's going to be a steal. And that's a steal for Waverly. They're going to want to kick it out.
That's a knock.
And that is the game. Wow, talk about a match of the night. I know Valley's going to be disappointed in that, but that was an amazing match and a lot of growth from week 1 to now. Week 3, huge win. Waverly Shellrock moves to 5-0 with the 24-21 victory, and that's going to move Valley to 3-3. That was a fantastic match from both clubs.
Both these teams will be in state.
It came down to the very last possession. Both teams had, their chances. Almost like speechless. That is high-class game there. So shout out to everybody who took part in that match. That was a very fun match to watch. Again, those Valley boys, so close. And just some electric plays. Love to see it. And again, I think Waverly Shellrock was on offense 3 minutes, and they scored pretty much every time they touched the ball. Up next, we have Columbus against Mason City.
I'm going to keep going.
All right, Columbus lost their first match 24-7 to Central Springs, and Mason City lost their first match 41-17 to Norwalk. Parker Seiper, thank you for joining us tonight. Parker is heading out. Parker, any last words to the people while I type this in?
I love Friday nights. Can't wait for state.
Hold on. I'm not done with you. We're going to be back here in 2 weeks. You want to join me again?
Yeah, I'll be here.
All right. So again, Parker, thank you. We'll see you later, brother.
See ya.
Go bad. Basically, they just pulled out sunflower seeds.
He didn't need all those sunflower seeds.
No, I said I did.
No, he didn't need them, I said.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
No, I said Parker didn't need them. So yeah, again, beautiful night here. We're moving into that Columbus-Mason City matchup. A lot of great rugby has been played. This is all brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby, Iowa State University Men's Rugby, huge supporter of youth rugby in Iowa. If you are interested in playing or you're a parent looking for a team to follow, you know, give them a shout, give them a look. They're a fun club to follow. Head coach Ant Frein's got them prepping for a run to nationals. That's a program you want to be a part of. Reach out to them. You know, they've got social media. Ant Frein is the head coach. And again, we are the B-Side Boys, the B-Side Boys podcast. New episodes every Wednesday. We've got interviews with players, coaches. We've talked to USA Eagles. We've talked to international players. You know, we've got a lot of fun things coming up here in season 4. We review and recap all the matches from across the state for the boys. We also review and recap all the college scores. And Mason City kicking it off. Here we go. Columbus in the white and green stripes. Mason City in the red and blue. Both of these clubs lost earlier in the night, looking for a bounce back game to end the night on a high note. Mason City and Columbus both. Columbus from Waterloo. They've got some long drives, so you want to end the night with a win. And good tackle there. A lot of speed on the edge from Columbus. But it was shut down by Mason City. And you notice that defensive line from Mason City really staggered. That's going to create some gaps for Columbus. Penalty on Mason City. Columbus is going to take it. And they're looking to attack the wing. Does he have? He is caught by Judon. And they are into touch. That's going to be a line out. All right, so it's going to be a scrum here. Little pick and go there. Mason City moving forward. Big physical run. You can hear the coaches yelling, get it out, get it out, get it out. Hard run by their speedster. Good offload. The defense for Columbus is bunching up. He cuts it back. Oh, unfortunate there. They had the space. They were making some good movement. And the knock-on is going to stop momentum. Another scrum to Columbus. Addison Spear in the center referee's position. Going off of his cadence here. Didn't like what he saw. We're going to restart it. All right, Columbus wins that scrum. Some good passes here. Ooh, good step by Columbus, and then the offload. Creates his own space and sets up his teammate. But River City takes it into touch. All right, so we have a line out here for the Riverhawks from Mason City. We're still tied, about 3.5 through the first. But River City had it, or Mason City had it. They drop it in the line out. Columbus picks it up, attacking the wing. Cuts it back inside. Can he get to the corner? And try awarded. You like to see the player there moving without the ball. That extra loop was the reason they were able to score. Especially, Columbus, a lot of young players. So I really like to see them trying to get the ball to the sideline, using their space and creating space by looping. So the kick is no good. Just need a little bit more power to get over. 5-0, Columbus is up. Got about 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the All right, there's a deep kick. And again, number 13, Judon from the Riverhawks of Mason City. He's got so much speed. He's been their man of the match pretty much every single match. Really heads up play by him. So a penalty to Mason City, and they pick and go, and look at that, he takes it the distance. So a small mistake there by Columbus leads to the pick and go try. All right, and we're back on the mic here. So the kick is good by Mason City. And we're seeing some phases here by Columbus. A knock on there by Columbus. You can hear those coaches really calling out what they want to see. And the one player from Columbus, man, he shot up. And with the bad pass there, we're going to go back to the scrum for Mason City. Short time here. Again, the time is kept by the referee. It's going to be close to halftime here. So again, Mason City up 7-5. Hard run.
Good ball.
And we are going to go to halftime with the score: Mason City 7, Columbus 5.
All right, I just wanted to come. So.
And we are back. Again, this stream is brought to you by the Iowa State men's rugby program. Good, hard, bully run. Coming out of the half. Ooh, a quick pick and go. Spinning around, another offload. Ooh, what do we got here? So that ball hits the ground, and it is going to be a scrum to Columbus. So again, a lot of great action tonight. Just to recap from earlier, Norwalk defeats Mason City 41-17. Valley defeats Cedar Rapids Jefferson 28-5. Norwalk JV defeats Valley JV 22-20. Oh, he gets some space on the sideline, but he runs into touch. That's going to be a line out for Columbus. Central Springs defeats Columbus 24-7. Southeast Polk defeats Cedar Rapids Jefferson 29-12. Waverly Shellrock defeats Valley 24-21. We are currently in our Mason City Columbus match. And then after that, we will have Norwalk Central Springs, Southeast Polk, Waverly Shellrock, and then a JV match to end the night. Some confusion there in the line out, but Columbus still ends up with the ball. And with about 5 minutes left, Columbus is going to look to try to attack the wing here. Holds on to it. Can he stay in? Yep. Does he have the speed? And into touch. Oh, good defense there by the Riverhawks. Mason City. So referee checking in with his AR. Little conference here, little meeting of the minds. All right, so we are going to have a line out here. And joining us in the studio, co-host of the B-Side Boys podcast, assistant coach for Valley Tigers. Messy line out there, Addison Spear, he's going to bring it back. We got Philly V.
Hi. Dude, my God, that was so fun.
Watching that match was fantastic. We're talking about the Valley Waverly Shellrock, 24-21. Waverly gets the win, came down to the wire. A yellow card on Mason City. So Columbus will have 7 on 6. So Philly V, talk us through, I know you guys wanted the victory, but man, your boys look good. A lot of great heads up play. Really, 2 mistakes that I saw, the knocking the ball on that crash penalty.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
And then you had a perfect restart kick to start the second half down at the 1 meter line. Player falls down, and then he returns it 99 meters for a try.
Yep, I mean, let's just, the way it goes, the sevens, you never, just a lot of open space, and tiny little mistakes can cost you a match, but we're not mad at the boys. We were just telling them, that was one of the best matches we've seen them. That was probably the best match we've seen them play all year, even though we didn't finish with the score or the win, but.
Yep, but you had your chance too.
We did.
You had your chances, and you had the ball 40, 35 meters away from the try line to end the game. Oh, unlucky there by Columbus. They see the try line, they go a little too fast for themselves, and they knock it on. It's going to be a scrum to Mason City. Yeah, man, and I will say, too, there are some defensive things. Waverly was on offense for maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Every time they touched the ball, they scored, man.
Which was tough because, we've worked on spreading and everything. There's a couple times where, literally that pick right out of that ruck. Nobody was covering that side, and they were just faster. But even still, though, you need to make sure you're spreading on defense. We've been really pushing this outside shoulder, to line up on the opposing attacker. It's just unfortunately, some of those cues were missed. But other than that, though, I was extremely happy with how they played.
Yeah, what were the vibes of the boys?
I think they were a little down that they lost, but we really tried to pick them back up because it's just you guys don't realize you guys played a phenomenal match and things look good. Things are clicking, and it's all about peaking at the right time. We just want to make sure that we, have a spot in playoffs and be at state and then make a run at state, hopefully.
And talking about peaking at the right time, Columbus with a 7-on-6 advantage, they score the try to take the lead 10-7. The kick is no good. We have about a minute and 45 seconds left to go in this match. Really great matchup here between two 1A schools. Mason City's going to get the ball here. Let's see what they can do with about a minute and a half to go. But like you said, Valley moves to 3-3. Biggest goal, you want to make it into state playoffs, and anything can happen, right?
Of course.
You want to make sure you're peaking at the right time. A lot of good things, but you still didn't walk away with the win. Next week, you've got Cedar Falls and...
Whoa!
Whoa!
Beautiful. Nice run. Wow.
And that is Judon. Again, number 13 from Mason City Riverhawks. This guy puts the team on his back. If you get him the ball on the sideline, he's going to take it.
Turned that into an almost knock into a try. That was beautiful.
A little tip to himself, and he just gone. Yeah. It looked like, that's going to be unfortunate, unlucky, and then there's 5 points. They now take the lead. They're up 12-10 with about 30 seconds to a minute. Again, the referee in the center, he keeps time. They did stop the clock when they were talking about what to do on that one line out.
Also, I'm sure you already addressed it, but apologies if it was a little confusing with the schedule. We just moved one match around so we could make sure all the varsity matches get in.
Oh no, you're good. We made the announcement.
Perfect.
And the kick is no good. So again, short time here, under a minute to go. Mason City is up 12-10. Columbus has a lot of speed themselves. You got to score.
Yeah.
So going back to, you got Cedar Falls and Ankeny next week.
Yep.
Cedar Falls, defending state champs, even though, their record is a little down this year, they're still the defending state champs. And then you have Ankeny, who going into tonight was undefeated.
Yeah, those are going to be two tough matches, and we're going to prepare as best we can. But, if we play like we did against Waverly, I think we're going to be sitting pretty good.
Mason City with the ball, and they're doing some big boy running. So that might be a new catchphrase for Valley JV. Big boy running.
Dude, we almost got our first JV win today, too.
I know, it was fun to
So
watch.
close. It's starting to click, though. The kids are getting, adversity, and just... You got to play a lot of matches, and that's what's going to make you better.
Big boy running. So big penalty.
And
that's a try. As Parker would say, big boy running. We do have with us in the booth as well, he just joined and stepped in, head coach of the Valley Tigers, host of tonight, Victor Wong. Vic.
Greg.
And I believe the kick is no good. Mason City is going to, let's see if there's time left here. It is 17-10. And it sounds like they are not done. There is still more time. So Vic.
So Greg.
How you feeling?
Tough, but very proud.
Yeah.
First thing we told them is to not hang their heads on that one, man. That was a classic. That was a great game. Sorry, I'm trying to watch and talk at the same time.
Yeah, so he's going to say that went straight down.
Yeah.
And we're going to play on.
One more.
They've had a lot of speed, but they just haven't been able to capitalize. He cuts back in, looks for the offload. He's letting the boys play. Yeah, your boys, there were some good offloads, by the way, from your boys. I really... Valley played a really fun style, just cleaned some things up on defense, and again, that's I'd say Waverly Shellrock. They're a favorite, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right, and that is going to be it. Mason City with the victory over Columbus. Mason City 17, Columbus 10. Again, this stream is brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. Thank you to Iowa State Men's Rugby for being the sponsor of tonight's stream. Up next, we're going to move past that JV match. We're going to have Norwalk against Central Springs. So again, Vic, you want to talk about Valley?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to say all this stuff.
You're good, man.
get
You're
it.
good,
You
dude.
get it.
Yeah, like we just said, I mean, it was a bummer, but first thing all the coaches told the boys, like, don't hang your heads on that one. I mean, that's kind of, like you said, too, Waverly's kind of the measuring stick, and I mean, shoot, one or two mistakes, one ball bounces the other way, I mean, it's a different game, so.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that heads up, ball doesn't go 10 meters on the kickoff.
Oh my gosh. And he can get a quick shout out, Big Evan Caduce, first year player, first year ever playing rugby, and he's just an absolute stud.
Dude, I feel like I heard everybody says it when it doesn't go 10, like, not 10, don't touch it.
Yeah, we were all on the side like, leave it, and then we're like, go.
That was so awesome.
Yeah,
He's also our man of the match.
Yeah, he's gonna be our man of the match. Little spoiler alert. But,
Hey.
I mean, man, talking about a kid. He's never played rugby before. And he's out there running. Nobody wants to tackle him. Making tackles.
And shout out to Waverly too, man. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Of course.
Those guys, they run hard, they play in their structure, and they can score from any time.
I mean, yeah, it says something that we view them as a measuring stick. You know what I mean? Like, it says something that we knew coming into this game. We're telling the boys, like, this is this is a test. You know what I mean? So, but I think we lived up to it. I think we passed that test, and it'll be fun. Hopefully, we see them again.
Yeah, and again, just you're 3-3. Being around 500 is going to get you into the playoffs.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, you want to win them, but if you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. Win 3 matches, and you show you can compete with anybody.
100%.
And the growth is happening. How about the game against Cedar Rapids Jefferson? Let's not brush by that. That was a really solid game, I think, to start the night for you guys. What were the vibes after that?
Yeah, they were good. It was definitely nice because, I mean, we started off slow, not the way we wanted to. Just, and
Some uncharacteristic mistakes.
100%. And shout out to Dylan, and I love Dylan. And he'll let me talk to him or talk about him.
I
But
had to talk to him.
first play of the game, he just took it straight to the sideline, straight.
Ran it right into touch.
And we were just like, this is not what we worked on all week. But
He ran into touch, I think, 3 times unforced in that game.
And you know what?
which is gonna happen.
It was weird though. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Like last week, he didn't do that at all.
Yeah. And so we are kicking off here. Great 1A matchup. Both of these teams with wins earlier in the night. Norwalk with their crowd in front of us. Norwalk in purple. Central Springs with the black and blue. And we saw this Norwalk team. They score at will. They're very knowledgeable. They play a fun style. They scored so many tries by forcing Mason City in the last match to make turnovers and mistakes inside their own 20. And already, Central Springs makes a mistake. Norwalk gets the scrum inside their attacking 20. They only have to go 20 meters for a try.
And they're coached by a bunch of UNI alumni.
A lot of UNI alumni. Shout out UNI. But again, the stream is sponsored by Iowa State University. But it is a fact. University of Northern Iowa coaching all over this. Breaks the line, offload, and a try. So one thing we talked about in the first game with Norwalk's varsity and their JV, the support lines that Norwalk runs, probably better than any other team. Their support lines are...
Whoa. Yeah, you're probably right.
I know you coach Valley, but tell your guys to run support lines like them.
We do. Well, not like that, but we do it.
So they don't listen to you.
Well, you know what they say, hunks don't listen.
Hunks don't listen. That is true. No good. Yep, I think she waved it off. Yep, so no good there. It's going to be 5-0. Here comes the kick. So it is knocked on by Norwalk. Play an advantage to Central Springs. There is a turnover, but we're going to go back to the knock. Also, too, I will say, tomorrow at 11 a.m. in Waverly at Bremer County's field, there is going to be Iowa Hawkettes. They're going to have a 15s match. And also up in the booth, we have Sadie Denner. I think she was mad because I didn't say.
Yeah,
when...
I'm like, what the heck? I came in and was not.
Well, I feel like when we streamed last year, you came in. I was like, want to do an interview? And you were like, not really.
Well, that's because you put like the camera.
Okay, yeah, no, that is true. That is true. Are you going up to Waverly tomorrow?
I'm not. I have a track.
You have a track meet? Gotcha. Is there more Hawkette stuff that's coming up soon that you're going to be a part of?
Not that I can play.
Gotcha. That not cleared for rugby? Do you know when you'll be cleared? All right. So you can do track but not rugby.
Yeah, I can't do the
Gotcha.
Come on, Norwalk! Come on.
A lot of pressure there by Norwalk. Some strong defense there by Norwalk, but we're going to go back to the penalty for being offside. About 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Yuck. Just people leaving their sunflower seeds cups. Gross. All right, big turnover there by Norwalk. Hard running. And that's a try for Norwalk. Big try right up the middle there for Norwalk. And the kick is good. It's going to extend their lead, 12-0. This Norwalk team is a team that can score in bunches, creating turnovers on their attacking side of the field, scoring on a short field. That is the game plan, and they execute it well. So 2.5 minutes to go here.
Last weekend, the announcers were talking about the Norwalk Mom series. Oh, yeah,
So they're waiting for someone to run and grab that ball. Here it is. We're back. We're good. All right, and here comes the kick. The defensive pressure. Norwalk's defense just being tenacious here. But what do we got? Penalty on Central Springs, ball to Norwalk, and again, a short field.
we did. They just didn't put the score up. Okay, obviously. Yeah, 12-0.
A good hard run. Nice platform set there. He picks it, a little pick and go, a little step. And it is a knock on. So we're going to have a scrum to Central Springs.
Scores fixed. All right. Just have to talk about it enough. Loud enough.
All right, and so we have a scrum coming up here to Central Springs. Big drive, Norwalk with the steal. And another try for Norwalk. A huge steal in the scrum. And then a pick and go for the 5.
We're just going to start saying ditto.
And the kick is good. So it is 19-0. Norwalk with the lead, and we have less than probably 30 seconds or so. We'll probably get another kick in. And the next dead ball will probably be halftime. And on our first stream, we were up in Fort Dodge. We were able to see Norwalk, and it was something, talking to Andrew Ridgway, who was a referee that night, he talked about how Norwalk, the way they play, they just can score at will when the momentum gets going, and we're seeing that again. Another penalty. Wait. Arm went up the wrong way, so it was diving over on Norwalk. It's going to be a penalty. Central Springs ball. Good defense there by Norwalk. Central Springs trying to move quick. We saw in their last match they tried to play a more methodical, slow pace, but down 19-0. They're trying to pick up the pace here, but that defense by Norwalk is really meeting them. But they found some space on the outside. Big tackle. He releases and picks it up and goes again.
That one works. A little bit of everything. A lot.
Norwalk coming up really hard on defense. Going weak side. Can he get the corner? And that's a big tackle. Again, he releases, picks it up.
I'm sensing a man of the match over there, Mama. Somebody get it. Oh.
And that ball is stolen. Norwalk going to try to make something happen here before halftime. And they're just going to kick it into touch, take it to halftime. Norwalk up 19-0 on Central Springs. Again, this match is brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. Give them a follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow all their updates on their scores, schedules. They have updates on competitions, recruiting, and if you want more information on becoming a part of their program, send them a message. Head coach Ant Frine would love to talk to you about rugby and would love to talk to you about Iowa State. Built by Iowa, for Iowa. All right, we're back here in the second half. Norwalk is up 19-0. Oh, Messi on the line out. Central Springs recovers it. This defense by Norwalk, I know we talk about their offense all the time, but their defense has done a great job coming up and meeting the tacklers and just being aggressive and forcing mistakes out of the Central Springs squad. So again, thank you for joining us on this stream. We are the B-Side Boys podcast. We got new episodes every single Wednesday where we recap all the action from the high school league. Big counter ruck there by Central Springs. And Central Springs gets the ball. So check us out. New episodes every Wednesday. We've got interviews. Ooh, Central Springs, he finds the edge. Try-saving tackle by Norwalk. Big drive there defensively by Norwalk, but Central Springs holds on to the ball. Penalty on Norwalk. Quick tap by Central Springs. Big hard run.
Looks good, boo. Get up, though. You're not getting up. Get up. There we go.
And try awarded for Central Springs. Sounded like we thought someone was saying that there might be a held up call, but try is awarded. So that brings us to 19-5. Kick is up. No good. So with about 4.5 minutes to go, Norwalk is up 19-5. After this match, we will have the main event of the night, brought to you by BBP Sport. Southeast Polk against Waverly Shellrock. Both those clubs won earlier tonight. Southeast Polk defeated Jefferson 29-12. Waverly Shellrock defeated Valley 24-21. So it'll be a great match to end the night. But we still have 4 minutes to go here. Norwalk catches it deep. Ball's on the ground, but it goes backwards.
Come on, Bryson!
Knock on. Scrum to Central Springs. So now we see a short field for Central Springs. Can they take advantage of this opportunity? Really get themselves back into this match. Big drive by Norwalk, but Central Springs, they get the ball, but a huge tackle by Norwalk. Ball is stolen by Norwalk, and Norwalk's on the attack. Steal by Central Springs. Now what can Central Springs do with this here? They're trying to get it out wide. Does he have the corner? Big tackle there by Norwalk. Recovers. Went for the steal. And that's going to be a penalty on Central Springs. Ball to Norwalk. The way he set that ball and used his body to try to protect the ball, not allowed. So quick tap here. And a little switch. Central Springs not fooled. Kicks it through. All right, Norwalk retains ball. Offsides on Central Springs. And Norwalk is off and running. Good offload, just can't hang on to it. About 2 minutes to go here. Norwalk struggling to find that space they found in the first half, but they still retain ball. Some good defense here from Central Springs. Norwalk slowing it down here. Physical big boy run in the middle. Looking for space on the edge. He gets the offload. Another good tackle by Central Springs. A little bend, don't break. Norwalk tried to kick it. Goes off of a Central Springs player, so that's going to be... Refs are talking about it here. We got some substitutions.
Yo.
All right, so it's a knock-on scrum to Norwalk. All right, so with this short time, it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what Norwalk does here. All right, so he finds some space on the weak side there. Physical run, solid tackle there by Central Springs. Time is really running out here for Central Springs. Good dummy, finds some space. And that's going to be a try for Norwalk. That's going to seal the deal. A great dummy, opens up space, and his speed takes it the distance. That brings Norwalk to 24, Central Springs 5.
And another one.
That was a good dummy. I like that. And the kick is good. 26-5, Norwalk with the lead. And the Norwalk crowd is getting after it. And do we have more time here for another kickoff? Well, there is a player down. There is a player down, so we're going to take a quick pause. All right, so that player is walking off the field with assistance. That is going to be the final whistle as well. Norwalk wins 26-5, brings their record to 5-1. Central Springs takes the loss there. Like I said before, we are going to move into our next match. We have Waverly Shellrock taking on Southeast Polk. These two teams know each other very well with all of their matchups that they've had in the playoffs, state championships. Always a classic between these two teams. This is the main event of the night. This match is brought to you by BBP Sport, the official match sponsor for this match. BBP Sport is a local provider of uniforms and kits for rugby programs. So if you need a new rugby kit, a new rugby uniform, BBP Sport is the place to go. They've got new designs, fresh designs. They always try to make sure that when they're pumping out those uniforms, they're uniforms you haven't seen before, designs you haven't seen before, really give your club an identity to make it your own. So again, BBP Sport is the sponsor for our main event. Waverly is going to be in their black uniforms with their yellow stripe across the chest. Southeast Polk will be in their white uniforms. So again, thank you BBP Sport for sponsoring tonight's main event match. Thank you to Iowa State Men's Rugby for sponsoring the entire live stream, being our title sponsor. Again, Iowa State Rugby, sending players to play high level after college. huge experience in college to play for national championships, and then to go on and play, whether it's trying to get on select side teams, academy teams. You know, you got Aiden Lewis, who's now playing in New Zealand. You got Brandon Carnes, who's going to be on the player pool for the national Mexican team, Team Mexico. We also have, multiple players have been in MLR camps. Multiple guys playing at the senior level, whether it's the West Des Moines Wombats, Des Moines Rugby. They play Iowa Falls tomorrow. But again, here we go. We have Waverly Shellrock in the black and yellow. We have Southeast Polk in the white. Waverly had a very physical, close match against Valley. They defeated Valley 24-21. Southeast Polk defeated Jefferson 29-12. Waverly Shellrock is undefeated at 5-0. And Southeast Polk is currently at 4-1 with their only loss coming to Urbandale, a 5-12 loss in week 1 of the season. All right, so Waverly's going to kick off first. They'll return the ball. They'll receive the ball in the second half here. Get ready for an exciting match. Here we go. Great kick. He's just going to take a big, strong contact. But that ball is stolen by Waverly right away. Offload, looking to bounce it the other way. Some good passing, good teamwork. You can hear them yelling fire left. They see the space on the sideline. Southeast Polk is able to recover, and now Southeast Polk now has the ball. Whistle blown. Jeff McHenry in the middle as our center referee. So it's going to be a scrum to Southeast Polk.
Thank you guys for covering the game.
All right, so Southeast Polk backed up against their own try line with the put. Definitely, even though they're backed up, both these teams can score from anywhere on the field. Waverly had a 99-meter try in the last match. And here we go. Parker's player to watch from Southeast Polk was the scrum half, and this is a reason why. Good tackle there to save the try, but an offload.
Go! There we go.
Offload from Southeast Polk. Looks like they're going to talk about it. Try awarded. So again, like we said, both of these teams, even though that scrum was 90 meters away, both teams can score from anywhere on the field. 15 seconds later, Southeast Polk finds the try zone. Great support, good run off the scrum, and then great support to finish. The kick is no good.
I had to make that sign.
And now we will see how Waverly Shellrock. Let's see how they respond here.
The very first time she said it was in Iowa City, and she stood up.
About 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
You could just, that's all your
Deeper kick.
And she's not even supposed to be yelling at. She just has thyroid cancer.
You can hear the coaches from Waverly. They want it to the left. Oh, and he knocks it into touch. Southeast Polk wanted to go quick, but Waverly matched. And it takes away the quick throw opportunity. So because it was knocked into touch, Southeast Polk has the option. Line out or scrum. They choose scrum. So they scored off a scrum from about 90 meters away. This time, about 37 meters from the try line.
No, because that stuff out there is mine too.
All you need is some extra hands.
No, that's all good.
Southeast Polk wins the scrum. Kind of bobbles that first pass, but they're off. He finds a gap. He's got support. Doesn't need him. And another quick try off of a scrum for Southeast Polk. and that's going to be Schumacher again. We've seen him all night be a problem for opposing teams. You give him just a little bit of space, he can take it the distance. He does it again, puts Southeast Polk in a 2-try lead. Kick is good. Southeast Polk 12, Waverly Shellrock 0. 3 minutes to go in the first half. So now Waverly down 2 tries. Again, they're undefeated at 5-0. How do they respond from this? Deep kick. Probably the first time all year they've been down 2 tries. How do they respond with about 2.5 minutes to go? Some good footwork there. Looking for an offload. Good deep pass. They know they've got numbers on the left, but he can't get it out. Diving over, so when they were setting that ruck, I think he's saying he put his hands on the ground. Southeast Polk takes that ball, hard run up the middle. Uncharacteristic mistakes here from Waverly Shellrock. Schumacher with the little offload there while he's wrapped up. Loses his footing, but they retain ball. And Waverly Shellrock's right on top of him there. Dancing around a little bit, not sure what to do. Waverly's right on him, and Waverly creates the turnover, and they get it to the wing. And he takes off. Big answer from Waverly. They needed that in a bad way right before halftime. Southeast Polk was threatening to go up by 3 tries, but they forced the turnover and they take it the distance on the first touch. It's now Waverly 5, Southeast Polk 12. About a minute to go in this first half. The kick is good. Southeast Polk's lead now shrinks to 5. Again, this match is brought to you by BBP Sport, the local rugby kit provider here in central Iowa and just in Iowa in general. You're going to see these uniforms all across the state. The senior side, Iowa Selects, they use them. Lincoln uses them. Urbandale uses them. Iowa City West, Central Springs, Des Moines Rugby, Wombats Rugby, BBP Sport. Need a new kit? Hit them up. So penalty on Southeast Polk. Did not release the ball. So now, huge turn of events. You have a short field with almost no time left. Can Waverly tie up the game or even take the lead before halftime? Again, penalty for Waverly. Coach Casey Hansen wants to go to that scrum. He believes the scrum is the best platform set piece to score. Let's see him put it to work. 35 meters out. Probably the last play of the half. Some good ball movement. And that ball is it's knocked on, intentional knock on, which is a penalty. That's why I didn't go to halftime. So Waverly keeps that ball. And you can hear those coaches screaming, fire left, get it out, get it out, get it out. They've got the numbers. Can they get it out? And he gets it out. Oh, up high, advantage called. Try awarded, and I think this might be a penalty try. Looks like a card is coming. A yellow card for a high tackle, so that's going to be an automatic 7. Huge turn of events. Southeast Polk threatening to go up 3 scores. Doesn't faze Waverly. They create a turnover, long try. They get another turnover, and they're able to put something together with no time on the clock. They now take the lead going into halftime, and they'll have a man advantage. Okay. It was not a penalty try, but he still makes the kick. So it's all the same, 14-12. But it was a yellow card. So when we come back, it will be 7 Waverly players against 6 Southeast Polk players. Huge turnaround. Again, Southeast Polk was threatening to go up by 3 scores. Now they're down 2 points. Again, this match is brought to you by BBP Sport. This is the main event of the night, and it's living up to that calling. 14-12, Waverly Shellrock is up on Southeast Polk. Just the calm, cool collectedness from this Waverly squad where, you know, little gaps. Of course, Southeast Polk, they can score from anywhere, but so can Waverly. And that Waverly style, wearing down Southeast Polk and making them, forcing them to make some risky tackles. We're going to start with a man down for Southeast Polk. Waverly will return the kickoff to start the second half with a man advantage. Really plays into, you know, their style. We saw when Waverly was playing against Valley, they scored pretty much every time they touched the ball. Even though that match was 24-21, they did a great job, you know, scoring quickly. So with the man advantage, I expect to see some of the same. How will Southeast Polk try to survive these next 2 minutes, a man down? Again, Waverly undefeated at 5-0. Southeast Polk at 4-1. This match has some huge playoff implications, some seeding implications. Both of these clubs, you know, powerhouses in the league. Both of them believe they can compete for a state title this year. Could this be a preview of a state title matchup? Who knows? So that does not go 10. So it's going to be a free kick from the 50. Not what Southeast Polk wants here. And they've got numbers outside, but he's just going to take it. Cuts it back in, finds some space. Cuts it back in again, and he's got support, and they've got numbers to the right. If he can get it out, yeah, they've got a 3-on-1. No, they had a 4-on-1. One more. And walks it in there, thinking about trying to center it, but Southeast Polk forces them to touch it down a little bit on the outside. So Waverly extends that lead 19-12 with a kick to come. Kick is up. No good. So, score is still 19-12. I have them at it. Watch the replay. A restart kick does not go 10 meters. Hard running by Southeast Polk, but hard defense. But that is going to be a knock-on. Trying to do a little too much there by Southeast Polk. Waverly ball. And there is still only 6 Southeast Polk players on the field. And now that card's over. So Southeast Polk back up to a full 7, but this is where Waverly wants to be. They want to attack in the scrum. Less than 5 minutes to go. Messy scrum, ugly scrum there. Southeast Polk ends up with it. Waverly, their defensive pressure, meeting them behind the line, forcing Southeast Polk to run sideways. Did he get the steal? Yes, he did. He got his hands on the ball before the offensive ruck was there. Waverly ball. And he's going to keep it himself. There's the offload. And now it's a foot race. And that's a try for Waverly. Huge play there by Charlie Kramer. So yeah, getting that ball, first it happens because, sees an opportunity to jackal, poach that ball. Southeast Polk has a penalty because not releasing. Quick tap, finds some space, and then a beautiful offload leads to a foot race and a try. Kick is up, it's low, it's no good, 24-12. So Waverly, who was down in the first half, 12-0, has scored 24 unanswered points with 3.5 minutes to go. Parker talked about earlier, looking at some body language, looking at Southeast Polk, seeing some hands on hips. A lot of guys who've been doing a lot of the work for Southeast Polk, a lot of the running, they look tired. How much gas do they have left in the tank? And that kick is right at 10. And that is a win by Waverly. And another foot race. Logan Lashbrook looks for the offload. Hard running by Waverly. Very characteristic of them. You expect that out of them. Oh, finding some space. Try awarded. Now it feels like a little bit the floodgates have opened here for Waverly. Getting that restart kick, just a huge momentum killer. Now Southeast Polk, they're looking to get the ball. They want to put something together on offense. Waverly when you score and you get that ball back, it's a punch to the gut. You're using all that energy on defense instead of where you want to be trying to, put those points back up. Kick is up, wide right. So we're going to stay 29-12 with about 2 minutes to go in the half. In our match of the night, the main event, brought to you by BBP Sport. If you need a new rugby kit, you need some new apparel, hit up BBP Sport. Jordan Sanderson, one of the coaches at Ankeny. He is also on the Des Moines men's rugby team, an alumni of Iowa State Rugby. He is the founder and runs BBP Sport, so get a hold of Jordan for your rugby kit needs. You can go to bbpsport.com or, find them on social media. They'll get you some new kits for the upcoming season. All right, minute and a half to go. Southeast Polk, they need to go quick. Down 17. Some hard physical running. Southeast Polk running right into the teeth of Waverly's defense. Dancing around, trying to get it out. Hard, big man running. And there he goes. Another try tonight for Jesse Schumacher. I think that's his 4th or 5th try of the night. You give him any space and he can take it the distance from anywhere. So Southeast Polk with about 30 seconds to go. Kick is up, kick is good. It's now 29-19, down 2 tries. They got to go quick. Basically need to catch the restart, score, and sprint back and do it again. Little gamesmanship. Waverly making some substitutions. I can't take those substitutions into the next game, so they're using them now. Takes up some time. Oh! Doesn't get the catch. Southeast Polk gets the ball, finds some space in the middle, and he's off. Offload. And a try by Southeast Polk. So now it's 29-24. Waverly with the lead. He's going to try to kick quick. Kick is no good, and that's going to be the game. Not enough time. dramatics at the end, but Waverly Shellrock, they are going to be your winners, moving to 6-0 with a 29-24 victory. Southeast Polk moves to 4-2 on the season. So again, thank you for joining us tonight. We're the B-Side Boys Rugby Podcast. Check out new episodes every Wednesday on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. This stream was brought to you by Iowa State Men's Rugby. Thank you to those guys for letting us be able to stream and provide this for free on our YouTube channel. Helps pay for all the streaming services and all that stuff for us. So again, shout out to Iowa State. Thank you to West Des Moines Valley for being great hosts. Beautiful night for rugby. We will be back here in 2 weeks. Next week, we will be at Urbandale's site. And at Urbandale, for week 4, we will have featured all 2A teams, Urbandale, Valley, Cedar Falls, Roosevelt, Fort Dodge, Lincoln, and Ankeny. So next week, we will have another live stream for you. Join us again on YouTube, same time. Give us a like, share, a follow, anything like that. And yeah, thanks for being here. Again, new episode of the podcast Wednesday. We'll talk about all the scores from tonight and all the stuff that happened over the weekend. So thanks, everybody.